KMTI, your sports leader in South Central Utah, now presents Snow College Badger Sports on the radio. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now let's get started with live sports play-by-play action on KMTI Radio.
And a good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Terry Foote Stadium and Robert L. Stoddard Field. Gary Chittister and Greg Sterner with you on a rare afternoon home game for the Snow College Badgers. Thanks for putting the video up on the mountains. There's snow up on top of the mountains, and things have definitely gotten cooler in the last couple of weeks, Greg.
I'm happy this is a noon game, Gary. Let's be very honest. It's kind of fun to have these like it used to be at Snow College for years before they got the lights put up. But, the night games are fun, but get the colder weather. I like this noontime start.
One thing, and everybody might be saying, well, you're in the press box. What do you care? This is a non-heated press box.
It's very cold.
It's a non-insulated press box, so it's hot in the daytime. It's cold at night. I mean, but we do not get rained on in here.
That's true.
That's
true. It's a decent spot for that. How's that? It's a great spot. Our angle here is beautiful. I love our spot here.
Very few press boxes I've been in where we are this close to the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
So I am not complaining at all.
But it can get cold.
And when you're not moving around, the toes get cold, the fingers get cold.
That's true. That's funny.
But it's good to be back. The Badgers, of course, since we've been on the air, went to Roswell, New Mexico, and ended up picking up a good win over New Mexico Military. And as we'll hear in the pregame show with head coach Zach Erickson, maybe not the prettiest of wins down there. There were a few things that he wasn't really happy with. But again, gives you something to work on.
One they needed.
Yeah. And this Monroe team could be a challenge. I kept saying in the pregame interview, and it seemed like it was closer last year than what the score ended up being. Last year, it seemed like it was really close at half, and then the Badgers pulled away in the second half.
Really, in the fourth quarter, if you look at that. I mean, it was a one-touchdown game at the end of the third, and then Badgers scored those last two touchdowns in the fourth quarter. But anyway. And
the two matchups with Monroe have been very similar. A 19-point win and a 20-point win. So Monroe has been right there. And they're a team that's on the rise. They're trying to get better. And this would prove things for them.
Oh, yeah, to come in here and knock off the number 6 Snow College Badgers in Ephraim, you bet. This would be a program-building win for sure.
All right, so the Badgers do have still an outside chance of getting into the playoffs. Lackawanna and Georgia Military will be playing. The Mississippi schools will be playing. We'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at what's in store for the Badgers here, and we'll talk about all of that when we come back. We'll have the pregame interview with head coach Zach Erickson when we come back right after this 2-minute timeout.
Visits to the dentist cause great anxiety and fear in some people, further jeopardizing oral and overall health. This is Dr. Douglas. We not only deliver optimal dental care, we make you comfortable while we do it.
Douglas Dentistry's patients love listening to music or watching a movie during treatment. Some patients prefer nitrous oxide or laughing gas or conscious sedation.
Call Douglas Dentistry today, 283-3800. That's 283-3800. Find us on Facebook or click on douglasdentistryephrem.com.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School? I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
At CVMC Medical Clinics, our growing team of physicians and advanced providers are shaping what rural healthcare can be. With an array of specialties available in world-class orthopedic medicine, our footprint is always expanding to ensure our personalized approach is reaching as many as possible. Familiar faces and expert knowledge, all of our locations can offer your family full-spectrum care in one place. Available in Nephi, Santaquin, and Fountain Green. CVMC is the place where healthcare is made personal.
If you've ever ridden an ATV, you know how much fun they are. They're helpful for small jobs, too. Our credit union is your first stop for an ATV loan. Since we are member-owned and not-for-profit, it's a smart stop to make.
Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Online at utahheritagecu.org.
Welcome back to the Snow College pregame show with Zach Erickson. A reminder that Snow College is your community college. For more information on online classes or activities that are happening on campus, visit snow.edu. Coach, we talked on the postgame last week after the New Mexico win. Maybe not the prettiest of wins, but essentially it's a win. And any win is better than a loss, even if it's not as pretty. The first half was amazing. You guys had defense was playing well, offense hit the big plays, and special teams really stepped up.
Yeah, it was, like you said, it was kind of a tale of two games almost, if you will. You know, we went out and we scored the first 35 points of the game over, 2.5 quarters, and then they decided to score the last 18 points of the game. And it was just an interesting feel. Like you said, we came out, I think our guys came out very well. I think, anytime you have that kind of a letdown the week before, you're always antsy and anxious to get back onto the field to kind of get that bad taste out of your mouth. And I think we did that early. I think what, as the head coach and kind of viewing the program, from like 30,000 feet, I was concerned how we would respond. We had a good week of practice. Travel was mild, right? Not much issues there. Things were going well, but you just didn't quite know, big storm rolls in the night before the game and you're going, oh geez, what's the weather going to be like? All those things kind of weighed heavily on me going into kickoff. But then pretty much right away, I saw that our guys were focused and ready to play. And, like you said, we came out and played really well for 2.5 quarters. And then I think maybe we just got complacent a little bit. We basically put everybody in the game that traveled with us, and we're ready to get some guys some playing time, up 35-0 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. And then, things just kind of turned on us. The momentum kind of shifted. We couldn't get some things going there towards that last 20 minutes of the game. And so that was kind of a little bit of a letdown. But like you said, I mean, a win is a win. And that's, when you travel on the road and you play good opponents from tough conferences, that's what you're going to do. And so to be able to get out there with a win is always good.
One of the things that I always look at when we get to this point of the season and the rankings and everything, how important is it? How much do you think about the need to get those style points?
Yeah, it's funny. I think going into the game, post game, you kind of think about those things. In the heat of the game, that's probably the farthest thing from my mind. Because I'm unfortunately, I think that's the world that we live in, right? If we win that game 42-0, that looks a lot better to the people that are voting than 35-18. And, you think about that maybe going in, you think about that maybe after. But during the course of the game, we're just so focused on trying to get the guys to execute and in the game plan and, trying to make those adjustments in game to just be able to play our best. And I think what you saw is if we played our best, we could have beat them 42, 48, 49-0. But I think you saw our execution wane there down the stretch. Kind of in all three phases, actually. After having all three phases play very well for 2.5 quarters, I think all three phases kind of fell apart in the last 20 minutes of the game. And so as we look back on that, we stayed the same in the polls, but our point total, the differential between us and number 5 actually widened. 2 weeks ago, we were only 3 points out of 5th place. Currently, we're 9 points out of 3rd place. Does that make a difference in the style points of the game? I don't know. I'd like to say that it doesn't, but maybe it does. And I hate that we have to think that way. something that I noticed yesterday, kind of a big day yesterday in, Election Day and first college football playoff ranking for the big boys, right? In that ranking, I think they got it right. I know I'm a homer. I know I'm an alumni. But I was concerned that they wouldn't keep BYU that high, right, inside the top 10. And I think for once, and maybe it's because they've expanded their playoff, they don't feel such a need to be so biased towards that conference in the South that we won't talk about. But I think what they did, I think you got it right. I think, where BYU's sitting, I think that was a good place for them to land. What I think you see happening in our poll is a big bias towards a conference in the South. And it's a shame, because what I really think we should be doing is trying to get the best 4 teams. And trust me, right now, should we be ranked in the top 4? No, we shouldn't. And I have no problem admitting that, right? We had the opportunities and we did not do what we needed to do. I mean, we could very easily be ranked number 1 right now had we taken care of our business, right? If we win at Iowa Western and we beat Georgia Military, we're the number 1 team in the country. We're the only undefeated team in the country. We win one of those, we're number 2 in the country right now. And so, that's very much on us. And I'm not saying right now that we deserve to be in the top 4. But as these last couple weeks play out, it'll be very interesting to see what happens with where people, if you pay attention to the polls, you can see a lot of that positioning taking place. So maybe the style points matter, maybe they don't. But, trust me, I would have loved to have won that game 49-0 as much as anybody. But that obviously wasn't what happened. And so we'll continue to try to clean those things up. And as we look forward to these next 2, A, we're glad to be at home, and B, we've got to be able to finish those games when we start that strong.
All right, Coach, that's a perfect segue into that. We'll take a break on the halftime show, or the pregame show here, the Snow College pregame show, and we'll be back and talk about Monroe right after this.
Want to save money on your internet bill? Who doesn't? You now can save big with a new referral program from MTCC. You can now get a $5 monthly credit for each of your friends who sign up for Fiber Fast Internet or MTCC TV for as long as they remain a customer. Get 10 friends and you get a $50 credit every month for as long as they remain a customer. Now that's savings. Visit manta.com/bringafriend or call or text 435-835-2929 for details. Some restrictions apply. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, San Pete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was, with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a 3rd location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Welcome back to the Snow College pregame show with head coach Zach Erickson of the Snow College Badgers. A reminder to visit snow.edu for more information about activities happening on campus. Coach, you gave us the perfect segue into this. You do finish at home with 2 games. Monroe, which is a game that gave us a little bit of problem, I thought, last year. They had some talent at the at the what you call talent positions, wide receiver, running back, and so forth, and they hung with us a long time. But that was at their place after a long road trip and so forth. Do you expect a little bit different being here at home, or do you expect kind of the same type of battle with them?
Yeah, so Monroe's been an interesting team this year. And if you've watched, they've probably been the most improved team in the country. And I feel confident in saying that because you look at what happened early on, and the fact that we have two common opponents with them really helps us gauge where they are at as far as a program. And early on in the season, they struggled. They didn't play very well. But what you see happening these last couple weeks, they played Georgia Military tough, right? It was still a double-digit win for Georgia Military, but it was not a blowout by any means. Last week, they led versus Lackawanna for 59 minutes and 40 seconds and ended up losing. Lackawanna scored with, 40 seconds left in the game. And then Monroe got the ball back and threw a pick six. Lackawanna was only up 1 with 40 seconds left and Monroe with the ball. And Monroe threw a pick six, attempting to get down and score. And so that was the 28-20 score. So they are a very improved football team. And I think that, kind of like I told our team this week, whether it's Iowa Western, whether it's Georgia Military, whether it's Monroe, whether it's Butler, it doesn't matter. Every team that we play, we're probably the best team that they will play all year. As far as for them to achieve what they want to, they have to beat us. And so I told our guys, look, we don't care that, we traveled out there. We did that 2-day trip last year and had to go to New York City, and, they're going to do the same thing, but they're going to come out here hungry, and they feel with what they did last week against Lackawanna that they could play spoiler for us. They feel like, hey, we got nothing to lose. Let's go out there and play our best game and see what happens. And so they, again, have some talent in the skill position. They're probably healthier at this point in the season than they've been in a long time. And so we're expecting a great team to show up and to play. And, Coach Pulley over there does a good job of maintaining those guys. Because right now, they know that they're not a championship caliber football team, but what they also know is that they're trending in the right direction. They're what they're building on. And so we expect them to come out and to play a heck of a game. And we know that if we don't do what we're capable of doing, that, any Saturday you could show up and get beat. And so we've really tried to focus on, as we broke down the tape from New Mexico, the things that we just got, you could tell we just got complacent. And it was almost like, I don't want to say that we lost interest, but it was almost like we just started going through the motions, and it's like we cannot do that these last couple of weeks. We have to be able to finish. And so we've kind of tweaked some things in practice this week to where finishing practice is going to be a big emphasis. And so, we're excited to get them here. And again, to be able to play these last two at home, it's fun. And, afternoon games here that we don't normally get, hopefully it's a little warmer than it would be at 7 o'clock and expecting, a couple of great games to finish it off.
I get the feeling, and you can correct me, of course, I get the feeling that you don't mind having a target on your back, being the team that other teams are trying to beat every week.
Oh, it's funny because, and there's probably some other teams in the country that could do this, right? I mean, whether it's Iowa, really it is Iowa Western. It's Iowa Western and it's us. The national championship, since I've been the head coach, has gone through those two schools. And it's still the same this week or this year, right? Whether Iowa Western gets back there, whether Georgia Military gets back there, they had to go through us. If we win those games, now we're in those positions. And I think it's something that we pride ourselves on, being one of those premier teams in the country. I told our guys, at the beginning of the week, every game that we've played for our opponents has been a top 6. They've had a top 6 team in the country, right? The highest we've been ranked has been the last 2 weeks at 6, right? Even after a loss, we only went to 5 the first time, right? After we get back up to 4, we lose again to number 3, we go to 6. It's kind of the expectation now. I'll tell you what's really frustrating is being in the top 6, top 5, always, but not being able to finish, right? That's been, and, we're, not that we're already looking to next year, but having that target, we've got to figure out what it is that we haven't been able to do to be able to finish this off. And that's the thing is you play those tough games. It was interesting, right? When you go to Butler, when you play Iowa West, when you play Georgia Military, you play Lackawanna, you play these big, meaningful games. And then sprinkled in, right, you have to play the Islanders and PNCC and, Community Christian. There is a definite feeling in one set of those games versus the other set. And what I really am going to push, whether it be the polling committee, now that I'm on that, whether it's back at the convention, is that, we try to play the best teams in the country year in and year out. And we would love to play Hutch and Butler and Western and Georgia Military and Navarro and Kilgore. And we would play, if our schedule could be 10 of those games all in a row, we would love it. But it's really hard because what you're seeing is because of that target, because we are good, teams don't want to do that. And then I give a lot of credit to Georgia Military and to Iowa. I mean, Iowa Western they do not have to play us. Right. They 100% do not have to play us. And it would not hurt them one bit going to the national championship or getting into the tournament. But Scott and I are very similar in that what good does that do, right? If you're the best teams in the country, why wouldn't you want to play each other? And so having that target is, I think, something we pride ourselves on. And I think what we need to do is we need to continue to have that target, but we need to make it a little stronger. we need to fortify it. We need to talk to Captain America and see how we make sure that target doesn't get penetrated because, unfortunately for us, the last couple of years, we've had our destiny in our own hands and we haven't been able to finish it off. And so we just look forward to being able to play good competitive football. And, I think that's something we'll see Saturday and with Monroe. And hopefully we do what we need to do to continue to keep winning. And, I was having a conversation this morning with a former player, hypothetically we went out, and over the last 2 seasons, that's 18-4, but with nothing really to show for it, right? You include that bowl game, 18-5, where we went out there and got our butts kicked, but over the last 2 regular seasons, if we went out, we're 18-4. I mean, that's a lot of winning, right? That's a lot of winning for what? And I don't mean to be negative about it, but that in all reality, it's kind of where we're at, and it's like, oh my gosh, we gotta figure out how to win those big games, and that solely falls on me, right? That is 100% the responsibility of me in this program to find out, do we put too much pressure on those games? Do we put not enough pressure? And I don't know what the answer is right now, but I can promise you this: we're going to keep working to try to figure it out. But the main focus this week is we got to beat Monroe and we got to take care of business and play 60 minutes, because what you saw last week in New Mexico, like I said, was 40 minutes of great football and 20 minutes of not very good football.
All right. I think you just mentioned at least a couple of the keys: play 60 minutes and execute. I'm guessing those are at least 2 of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the last one you could throw in there is just take care of the football. Here's the crazy thing. We were actually plus in the turnover margin at New Mexico with 2 interceptions and a fumble. And so it's like our defense and special teams were doing fantastic. We need to continue to shoot to be positive in that turnover margin, and that always helps.
All right, Coach, good luck to you. We'll talk to you on the beginning of the halftime and the postgame show.
Sounds good. Thanks, Gary.
We'll be back with more right after this.
In the days of the mountain men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in San Pete County. They're Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim, 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Doesn't that sound relaxing? At Risk Managers, we want to help you always feel that relaxed. So when you hear this, or this, or this, you know that you're protected. Peace of mind insurance solutions for individuals and businesses, so that you can always sit back and enjoy your drink.
Welcome back once again to Robert L. Stoddard Field and Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester along with Greg Sterner here on the Snow College pregame show. Snow College is your community college. Join Snow on campus to cheer on your favorite teams, experience the magic of live theater, maybe take in an art show, and connect with friends and family. For more information, visit snow.edu. Happy birthday to Nate Weifinkel, who is injured offensive lineman for the Badgers. He's out on the field as one of the team captains. And unfortunate that we'll be without his services for the rest of the year. But happy birthday to Nate.
Looks like Tavita Tua, you got Titan Saxon, and one more out there for the Badgers as well, trying to get that far right. Oh, number one, Donnie? It was Donnie. Yeah, it was Donnie. Yep.
Tavita Tua had a great game last week, too.
Yeah, you said his name a lot on that broadcast.
And I didn't know, but he actually was the one that blocked the 2 field goals. He got both of them.
Oh, wow.
So... And those were huge plays, I thought. Very early in the game, New Mexico had gone down the field and came up empty because of those 2 blocks. Special teams, as you heard in the pregame show, were tremendous for Snow College.
Yeah, absolutely. It what led to that 35-0, New Mexico military moved the ball okay.
Yeah.
And then Snow would just get stout right at the end and block a field goal, block a punt, whatever they would do. Is there a better interview than Zach Erickson? I watch a lot of sports, Gary. You know that. I watch Sports Center. I've been a sports nerd since I was a little kid. I don't know if I've ever seen a coach, player, anything like that just opens. I mean, you know how he feels. You know what he thinks. Like he doesn't hide anything. He's honest. And there's no reason for him to not be. I get it. At maybe a higher level, you got to be a little bit more guarded sometimes, but. Coach Erickson, man, he just tells you what he thinks, and I love it. I love you guys' interviews.
Very, very well. Thank you. Very candid, and he is an easy interview for sure. And I wish I could put some of the things. I mean, he's very open with me when I go in. We usually talk for a few minutes beforehand, and I kind of give him an idea of what I'm going to ask him and so forth. And not once has he said, "No, don't ask me that."
Really? Wow.
And he said. I don't even know if you need to tell me what you're going to ask me, because if you ask me something I don't want to answer it, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But I think it would be rare that he would not answer a question.
And it helps that you're 39-10 in your record. He's got an excellent record. There's zero worry about his job or anything like that. I mean, Zach Erickson has been so successful here. As he mentioned in that broadcast, just got to win that one more game every year. It just seems like it's one game every year. They made it to the national championship that one year against Hutchinson and lost. And then every year it's just that one game here or there that they could have won. You know, you got Georgia Military 2 weeks ago. You go to overtime and you don't pull it out. Anyway, but Coach Erickson's going to be a national championship coach for sure.
I think so too. If he stays here long enough, it will happen.
Yeah.
And you look at the changes that he's made. He's made some real key changes. The depth this year on defensive line and O-line. Yeah. You have the injury to Nate Fifinkel last year or the year before, and you're really struggling. This year they're doing okay.
Yeah.
So we're ready here for the kickoff as we wrap up the Snow College pregame show. Visit snow.edu for a full list of what's happening on campus. Snow College is your community college. Badgers take the kickoff from the 7-yard line. Out to the 15, the 20, the 25, 30, down the sidelines, the 40. Untouched, going all the way for the Snow College Badgers. B.J. Inman is going to start this with a kickoff return for a touchdown.
I don't think anybody heard, but right when he started giving, you could see that hole open up, and I gave a little, right. I mean, 80 yards ago, you could see that coming. Yeah, and B.J. Inman uses that speed, get down that left sideline all the way to the end zone. What a way to start this game for the Badgers.
Wow. Yeah, the Badgers have started a couple of games with that opening kickoff return for a touchdown, and boy, that's got to spark the team right there. So only 13 seconds off the clock. So with 14:47, the Badgers get on the board with the B.J. Inman kickoff return for a touchdown. The extra point is up, and the extra point by Rosequist is good. So the Badgers get in the Mountain America Credit Union end zone on the first play of the game. Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward with affordable financial services and expert advice. Details available at macu.com. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
CO Building.
Well, welcome back to the Snow College campus. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner. A little deja vu. We're having a kickoff again. Only this time it's Snow College to kick it off. And this kick is going to be into the end zone and not returned. Badgers get into the Mountain America Credit Union end zone on the 92-yard B.J. Inman touchdown return, or kickoff return. And the point after by Rosequist is good. So quick start, Greg, for the Badgers.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if B.J. Inman's out here at defensive back as well, or if he gets a little bit of a break to catch his breath out here in this high altitude. He turned on the jets. We've seen his speed all year on those kick returns and punt returns, and he's a daring returner. You know, he'll take some of those punt returns sometimes when maybe you would think call a fair catch, but great return for him.
Raiden Oliver will bring out the Monroe Mustangs and start things off for Monroe. Monroe's going to go in the pistol formation here. Deep man in the backfield is Michael Henderson. The H-back goes in motion. Now the wide receiver in motion. Handoff goes to Henderson. Henderson gets back to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to be generous and give him a yard.
We mentioned right before the kickoff that you said Tavita Tua's name quite a bit last week, and right there in on that tackle from that outside backer position, or they got his hand in the ground, maybe playing a defensive end position. But anyway, moving outside a little bit there.
That front four has been good for the Badgers all season.
Yeah,
and it's been a different four that's been out there. They've had some subs along that line. Man in motion from the H-back position, so 3 wideouts to the left, empty backfield back there for Oliver. Pass is going to be short, but caught and taken up the sidelines. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, nice play there by Monroe. You had one Badger that had maybe had a beat on that. Just that little drag route across the middle, wide open. Badgers got to figure that out. And then gets to the edge, gets enough for a first down.
First down of the ball game here. First possession here for the Mustangs. K.E. Williams in the backfield now, shotgun formation for Oliver. Oliver brings a man in motion, 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts to the right. Badgers adjust, now they show blitz, here they come with it. Oliver going to throw it down the sidelines way over the head of the intended receiver, incomplete. And a late flag comes in. What are they going to call here?
It's going to have to be defensive holding. It has to be, because it can't be pass interference, because that was obviously not catchable. It was not catchable, at least in part, because the Badgers held the receiver. But the quarterback was just going to get rid of that, though. He had so much pressure coming up. If you watch this replay, he was just throwing that thing away. No reason to hold out there.
No reason at all.
Could you see the hold? I didn't see that replay. Could you see that?
Yeah, I did. Reached out and grabbed him. So that'll be a first down on penalty, and Monroe moves out to midfield now. The Mustangs, on their first drive, get to midfield. 2 wideouts coming to the near side of the field. Raiden Oliver, the freshman quarterback from Montclair, New Jersey. Now brings the H-back in motion and then sends him back again. Badgers come up to the line, show blitz again. They hit the back in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of 1.
Yeah, not much doing there that time, trying to get some of those numbers out there for the Badgers.
Caden Miller, one of the first ones there.
Yeah.
I saw his mom come into the stands a little while ago.
Get to know the family, don't you? Especially when you charter flights everywhere, and a lot of them come with.
Definitely gotten to know some of the family that does travel, yes. Second down, 11 now for the Mustangs. Still shotgun formation, kind of a more tight offense here, or formation. Now they bring a man wide to the right. 3 wideouts on the right side of the formation. Pass is going to actually be a lateral into the backfield, getting back to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage. On the carry that time is LaSalle Rose, the redshirt freshman.
Caden Miller and Brooks Esplin on the tackle for the Badgers that time. Did a good job to rally to the ball, a couple-yard gain, but not much. Just trying to get it to the outside. Monroe trying to figure out how to get a run game going. As you mentioned, that was a backwards lateral, so it would be considered a run.
Again, the running back in the backfield this time is Williams. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. 3rd and 9. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket, looking downfield. Going to try to throw and forced to the sidelines and finally taken down. That's going to be well short of the first down, but are you 4-down territory here, Greg?
No, I think you punt that away. I think near midfield, 4th and 7, 4th and 8 or so. Big hit out there by Tavita Tua that time. Just leveled the quarterback along the sideline. Coming off slow for the Badgers, Solomoni Longi. He actually announced this week he's committed to New Mexico. Bronco Mendenhall down there. Picked up a Bronco Mendenhall, got a win last night, and Solomoni will be playing down there.
So it is punt formation here for the Mustangs. After the drive stalls at midfield, Badgers get some pressure. It's a high, short kick. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line for the Badgers. Back there on the catch was Matt Wilson. I believe it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was trying to recognize it. I don't know that we've seen Matt Wilson back there much catching punts. He's really moved into that starting running back role, leading the team in yards, over 600 yards rushing now for the Badgers. He's really turned it on the last half of this season.
So A.J. Tillman will get the call on the first offensive possession for the Badgers. Nice to take your first offensive possession and you're up 7-0. Donnie Smith back to pass, going to go deep down the sidelines to Reggie Frischnick. Reggie makes the catch. Still hasn't gone down. They're trying to rip the ball away from him, and he's going to say, okay, if you do that, I'm going to pick up an extra 15 yards here.
Yeah, well, Reggie Frischnick leading the NJCAA in receiving touchdowns this year with 11. Donnie Smith is leading in passing touchdowns with 30 this year. And like I said, 11 of those to the local product, Reggie Frischnick.
Reggie split wide to the left, Shandon King wide to the right, 2 tight end formation, handoff to A.J. Tillman. Tillman's going to pick up just 1 yard as he spins in the middle of the line, and he's taken down there. And unofficially, Reggie is tied for the most touchdown catches at Snow College. At least with records going back.
Ever? Oh, really? I didn't know
with
that.
records that going back as far as Drayson Ball has.
Wow.
So a pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Donnie back to pass, throws the out route, and that's going to be McCoy, I believe, Cale McCoy, and he's going to have enough for the first down.
I saw...
or was it Mikel
Paiva?
Yeah, Mikel Paiva, excuse me. Another first down. Badgers go quick here. First down inside the 25-yard line. Again, 2 tight end formation. Nope, make it 1 tight end formation as the Badgers go 2 wideouts to the left and Shandon King to the right. Matt Wilson now in at running back for the Badgers. Nope, it is A.J. Tillman again. And A.J. Tillman is going to pick up about 3 yards.
Yeah, got driven out of bounds a little bit sooner than I thought he did, just from our perspective up here. We're talking about Reggie Frischnick for a minute there. I've noticed a lot of these Snow Badgers have been commenting on Murray State offering them chances to play, Reggie being one of those. There's been a bunch of them on Twitter this last week. I think Murray State must have sent somebody out here and liked what they saw because a bunch of them got offers.
Hand off to Wilson. Wilson breaks a tackle. Wilson through the line. He's inside the 15. Near the 10, they're going to mark him down at the 11. Another Badger first down.
You saw Donnie Smith look over at the sideline right after that run and do this. I don't know if he's saying, let's do that again. That worked. but he was asking for something that he saw out there.
Wilson comes off. Shandon King split wide to the right. Reggie Frischnick wide to the left. And A.J. Tillman in the backfield. Back to pass is Donnie Smith. Flushed out of the pocket. Looks to the left. This is going to come back. Thrown out of the back of the end zone. Looks like we're probably going to have a holding call on the Badgers. And that is the call. You can hear the referee probably. Holding is the call. Instead of 1st and 10 at the 11, it's going to be 1st and 20. Matt Wilson will check back in for the Badgers. So the Badgers going to go with that 2 running back formation. No tight ends here. And 3 wideouts. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 wideout to the right. Donnie looks to the sidelines, 10 seconds on the play clock. 1st and 20 from the 21. Handoff to A.J. Tillman. Tillman follows Wilson. Tillman gets a big chunk of that back and a little bit more. He's inside the 10, down to about the 9.
Right side of that offensive line doing great things that time. If you watch that replay, look at the hole A.J. Tillman had to run through. Could have driven that ambulance you see in the replay through that one.
Again, Tillman and Wilson in the backfield. Same formation here. Now, look to the sidelines once again. 15 seconds on the play clock. Donnie with A.J. to the left. Matt Wilson to the right. Handoff to A.J. once again. A.J. makes a move, breaks off a tackle, headed toward the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, A.J. Tillman.
Great job bouncing off that first initial tackle by Monroe, going to the right. A.J. Tillman had a lot of room after he bounced off. Let's watch that replay. Bounces off the would-be tackler and a lot of green grass in front of him to get into that end zone. Great run by him.
So the first possession by the Snow College offense is able to go 82 yards for the touchdown. So with 8 minutes and 13 seconds remaining, the Badgers to try the extra point after getting in the Mountain America Credit Union end zone. Rosequist extra point is up, and the Rosequist extra point is good. Show your school pride with the Snow College debit card for Mountain America Credit Union. Available now at the Ephraim branch. Mountain America Credit Union, guiding you forward. Visit macu.com. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Welcome back as we get set for the kickoff. Checking that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. Snow College 14 and Monroe nothing. Kickoff coming up here. And this kickoff may be a little bit lower, and it's going to carry further into the back of the end zone. No return. And the Mustangs will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So you had a B.J. Inman 92-yard return for a touchdown. You had an A.J. Tillman 3-yard touchdown run. I'm guessing D.J. Overstreet on the next touchdown for the Badgers.
What's the over-under?
I'm throwing it out there.
Okay.
I'm throwing it out there. Maybe a K.J. Fisher return. He's not hurt, is he?
No, he's not hurt, but he's going to have to pick up a fumble. And
that's what I say. Pick up a fumble and return it. It's going to happen.
Bumbling, stumbling.
All right. Chris Berman, I like it.
He was one of the best.
Yeah.
So the Mustangs come out first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Did pick up 2 first downs on that last possession. And now they come out with pretty much same formation, kind of going a pistol formation once again with K. Williams, the deep man in the backfield. He gets the handoff, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard as he gets over the 25 to the 26.
Not much doing there, is there? Up the middle. Boy, right now, 56 Jordan Taula in there on the tackle for the Badgers. Got a few new guys out there on the offensive or on the defensive line. Let's see, Cole Mickles is getting some time out there at defensive end.
Love to see that.
Yeah.
That kid's got a motor. I mean, on special teams, yes. And it's good to see him out there getting some time on that D end. Had a good talk with his dad before the game. Mickle gets some pressure, and the pass is thrown right into the ground, intended for LaSalle Rose.
Yeah, not sure if that one just slipped out of the quarterback's hand that time, because there was nowhere even close. Cole Mickle was the closest one to that one.
Maybe he saw Cole and decided, I can't throw it over him.
That could be.
3rd and 9 here for the Mustangs. Mustangs go with 2 wide out, split wide to the left, a single wide out to the right. Pistol formation here for Raiden Oliver. Play clock down to 4. Oliver back to pass. Has some pressure, and he's going to be swallowed up.
Wow.
Boy, that came from everywhere. Yeah. Cole Mickle was, all 4 of the defensive linemen were in there on that play, Greg.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all the numbers out there.
Well, we mentioned Cole Mickle. Also, Colin Lewis, I think, was in on that.
Yeah, big Colin Lewis. How do you miss him coming off the field there?
So no first downs, and brings up a punt situation here for the Mustangs.
Colin, they're listing him at 6'1", 305.
6'1" might be generous.
Yeah, I think 305 is all of that.
So the Badgers back deep to receive. The snap is good. Pressure comes, and they almost got to it. Are they going to throw a flag? Oh, and the Badgers run into each other, but a great job of making the catch for Snow College is Titan Saxton.
It's kind of interesting how many different punt returners Snow has used this year. You've had a ton of different. You got B.J. Inman that we've talked about. Shandon King has been back there.
Yes.
Just in this game, 2 punts, 2 different punt returners.
Right.
Is it just a strategy, do you think, to try and get different guys good at that? It's just giving them a shot? I'm not sure.
I wish I could tell you. Yeah. You want that to be the first question on the halftime show?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. That's not that interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting to me. I don't know that anybody else would care.
We do have an injury on the field. I believe it's the punter, and I honestly maybe they did get a hand on that because it was a very short kick, and now he's... Just as I get ready to go to commercial, he gets up. So we're going to keep it right here, but we're going to call it a Central Valley Medical Center timeout. From orthopedics to pediatrics, you can trust CVMC. Call 435-623-3200. Very slow going off the field is Kai Collins, the punter from Harrison, Australia. I wonder if he knows Ty Smith, our punter, who's from Australia. Or Jay Summers, excuse me. Jay Summers. It's from the same country,
it's
right?
It's a big country. but yeah, I'm sure the Australian punter community is a tight knit community. I'm sure. Yeah. Ask that at halftime.
A little early for me to be getting into
Coach
this
Erickson if he could ask that in the locker room.
1st and 10 for the Badgers. Play action going deep for Reggie Frischnick. This one is over his head, incomplete. He couldn't get to it.
Yeah, Donnie just let him a little bit too much that time. Reggie had maybe half a step there. Not quite the step that he had on that first play of the first offensive play of the game for the Badgers, but still a pretty good look there. And I would hate to be a corner out on an island against Reggie. He's got the speed. He's got that size to be able to go up and get passes.
And he's strong.
Yeah.
Badgers go with 2 wideouts to the right, 2 wideouts to the left. Single setback in the backfield is Matt Wilson. No tight end formation here. Now Wilson moves from the left to the right of Donnie Smith. Donnie takes the pass. Now he's going to keep it himself on the option. And Donnie's going to pick up 5 yards before he takes a slide and comes down at the 40. So it'll bring up 3rd down now for the Badgers. 3rd and 5 from the 40. I'm guessing 4-down territory here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially with a 14-point lead. Working on your offense, but they're going to get it here anyway.
Badgers go with 3 wideouts, split wide to the left. Shandon King all alone to the right. Donnie back to pass. Throws the little crossing route to DJ Overstreet. DJ a little stutter step, and he's going to get the 1st down and move the chains.
Not get the touchdown. That's the look. We're all rooting for that right now. I'm going to be an excited guy if we get BJ, AJ, DJ, 3 straight touchdowns.
That would be cool. I'm going to text.
Only person that's recognized that in the stadium or anywhere.
I'm going to text Zach and have him put that in, make sure that happens.
There you go.
1st and 10 for the Badgers, just inside the 35-yard line. 2 wideouts to the left. Badgers go now with an H-back at tight end. Eggett. Nope, it's Cash Kyo. Pass out on the wide to the right is going to be Shandon King. He's going to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Donnie's looked good today so far. On that where he pulled it out and ran it around the right side, that was a good decision. That pass to Reggie Frischnick to start the game. The one where he led Reggie just a little bit too far. Well, and then I guess the one that was out of bounds on the holding, which doesn't count. But he's looked good today.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Badgers here, just outside of the red zone. Hand off to Wilson. Wilson, nice stutter step. Gets inside the 20 to about the 18 is where they're going to mark it. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just going back to Donnie Smith, over 2,200 yards passing now this season. And as I mentioned earlier, 30 touchdown passes, which leads NJCAA, which is really good. He's just having a good year. It's good he came back.
Yeah. 2 wideouts to the left. DJ Overstreet in the slot to the left. We got to keep an eye on him.
Yes, we do.
This is where they're going to make it happen right here. Matt Wilson moves from the right to the left. Cash Kyo, the tight end, in the H-back position. There's the pump action. They went to go for, well, I don't know why he was pumping that, but it was kind of a wide receiver.
Yeah, and so you had Reggie Frischnick and DJ out here, and you have that pump fake, and then usually you're going to turn, because they turned like it was a button hook, and then normally you're going to have that pump fake and then turn and go, and neither of them went. So Donnie, I don't know if he was meaning to just throw that away, or.
I think I would if I was, because both receivers kind of froze.
Yeah.
So it's going to bring up a key 3rd down here. 3rd and call it 8. Low snap. Donnie picks it up, looks to the corner, got Shandon King. Pass is going to be caught. That's going to be enough for a 1st down inside the 10. And the Badgers will have 1st and goal from about the 7-yard line.
Monroe giving Shandon King a lot of room out there, and Donnie just right as Shandon turns around, puts it just above the numbers. Good pass. Just taking what the defense is giving you.
That pass had some chili on it.
Yeah.
And it kind of had to, because
there was two defenders.
Two defenders over there, yeah. Man in motion. Play action. Wide receiver screen in and out of the hands of Shandon King. And that time, it might have been your offensive lineman that kind of knocked it out of his hands.
Yeah, hustling out there to get a block for Shannon right after he catches that. And how often do you see a lineman get in the way of a pass on the outside?
Right. So it'll bring up 2nd and goal. Drew Patterson checks in for the Badgers. Cash Kyle comes back in for Snow College. So from left to right, you've got Reggie Frischnick on the outside on the left. You've got DJ Overstreet in the slot. Handoff is going to go to Wilson. Wilson kind of started up the middle and then tried to break it back to the left. And he's going to pick up, 2 yards is all? Maybe 1. And it's going to be 3rd and goal. All right, so what's the play call here for DJ?
You send Reggie across the middle, and you go DJ right to the goal line and then out.
Okay.
Except you got 3 receivers out here now, so maybe that won't work.
Donnie back to pass, looks to the left, throws across the middle, almost picked off.
Should have been, was it not? Nope, they say that hit the ground.
Yeah.
The first defender really had the chance at that, didn't he?
Yeah, and it went through his hands. So the Badgers going to go for a field goal here as Rosequist will check in. Badgers lead at 14-0 as we check that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard once again.
Only the 4th field goal attempt of the season. 2 for 3 on the year.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So Rosequist, this is going to be a 23-yard field goal attempt? And the snap is good. The kick is up. It's got the distance, and the kick is good. Rosequist is good from 23 yards out, and the Badgers now lead at 17-0. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
So College Badgers lead it by a score of 17-0 as we check that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Utah Heritage Credit Union is your local credit union with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, my favorite branch, the Ephraim Branch, and Gunnison, proud to support Snow College. And the Badgers getting set to kick off here. Two men back deep to receive. We have not seen a return yet by the Mustangs, but now we may. And we do, out to the 15. And hit before he gets to the 20. Trying to see who.
Yeah, big hit out there. Cole Mickle was out there just about to make a play, but he wasn't the one who ended up
Easton Bretzing
finishing it off. Okay.
I think. That's who I'm going to give the credit to.
Yeah, big hit outside.
So the Mustangs are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Mustangs have started at their 25, their 25, and now they're 19. Badgers with some subs out there defensively. Coming off is Ty Smith from his DB position. Badgers looks like they're going to go with 4 down linemen again. They've been able to get some pressure with just those front 4. Roll the pocket, still under pressure, and pass is going to be incomplete, thrown way over the Badgers sideline. Raiden Oliver just not having much time out there.
Yeah, well, Solomoni Longi just looks like a big defensive lineman out there. And then he gets away from the blocker and he's chasing down the quarterback and running as fast as the quarterback out there. As you know, as I mentioned, committing down to New Mexico, so one of those Badgers that are going to be playing at the next level. I enjoy watching the Badgers that move on to the next level. It's fun to see. I wish we almost had a list every week of guys that were committing.
Empty backfield. Pass goes through the hands of the intended receiver and the defensive back. Incomplete. It'll be third down.
Yeah, just about. Good chance for a pickoff there for the Badgers. Titan Saxton out there. We've called his name a lot, too. Yeah. I noticed that last week when you were on that broadcast down at New Mexico Military. He's turned into a really good defensive back.
Yes.
As Titan.
Well, you mentioned that D-line, and I don't mean to pick on the O-line, but the Badgers' D-line has a lot of size on that Monroe line, especially the guard from Monroe is just physically overmatched with Solomon Ilangi. Man in motion. Back to pass. Again, pressure with the front four. A little drag route's going to be maybe enough for the first down. Where they're going to mark it. It's going to be awfully close, and they're going to mark him just short. On the catch was Jashawn Amin.
Kind of interesting, Jashawn Amin. You look at their former school that they list. They give us a list of that. A lot of times it's a high school or whatever. His is Lackawanna College.
Oh, wow.
So transferred from another junior college.
Monroe's going to go for it here on 4th and 1. From their own 28-yard line, they've got to get to the 29.
Oh, that's gutsy.
And it looks like they're trying to get somebody to jump off sides. And
they did. Yeah. Jesse Wilson's pointing the other way, saying that's on them. Officials will come in and talk about it. I thought it was clearly on Snow College defensive line, but
I don't know if we got a replay on this because we usually start the replay right at the snap. But it looked like the O-line guy actually reached out and touched him. But they are going to call offsides, and that'll be first down by penalty. Coach Zach Wilson not real happy with it.
Yeah, and sometimes when you watch coaches when they're not happy about something, it's at their own players. I'm watching Coach Wilson, Coach Erickson, and he's talking to the white hat. He saw something down there for sure.
So 1st and 10, that moves it up to the 33-yard line. Play action, trying to go down the sidelines. Badgers don't turn around, and it's going to be incomplete.
So Badgers sent a blitz. There's a flag. They hit the quarterback late that time. Jesse Wilson was ticked about that last offsides, and he came through the line, and a couple of them hit the quarterback a little bit late here if you watch this replay.
Yeah. So another first down by penalty. And that moves it all the way out to the 47-yard line. So the Mustangs started at their own 19, and thanks to 2 penalties, now find themselves at the 48. Man in motion from right to left. Quarterback Oliver takes the snap, play action, looks to the sideline, pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage by Jesse Wilson, incomplete.
I was going to say, by who?
Jesse Wilson.
Last three plays we've called his name, and that one was a good one for the Badgers. Got in there and got his big paw up in the air and knocked that one into the air.
And now he's going to come out. Coming in is Cole Magnuson. Or Monacula, excuse me. I said Cole Magnuson. Monacula on that D-line. Also, Cole Mickle is back in on that D-line as well on 2nd and 10. The box still has first, but it is second. Oliver, empty backfield, under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Nobody touched him. Coming through was Colin Lewis. And Colin Lewis just wraps him up and takes him down.
Yeah, big Colin Lewis getting through the line quick. Watch a big guy move there. Once he gets through and he knows he's got a shot at the quarterback, just gobbles him up.
Colin Lewis has had a couple of big games. He played well down at Roswell as well. Also out there on that defensive line is Jordan Taula. 3rd and 18. Mustangs sent a man in motion. 3 wideouts wide to the left, empty backfield. Oliver under pressure, scrambles out, has some room to run now, tucks it under his shoulder, and is going to pick up a lot of the yards they lost. Still short of the first down, however. And he gets to midfield. It'll be 4th and 8.
Yeah, Irvin Lewis was the one who came and laid the hit. The quarterback, it looked like he was just going to step out of bounds, but he decided to lower his shoulder and deliver a little punishment himself. But Irvin Lewis definitely delivered more of the punishment to the quarterback.
And they're going to let the quarter run out. We'll take the quarter break as well. Your score here at the end of one quarter, Snow College 17, Monroe nothing. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter after this 60-second timeout.
Visits to the dentist cause great anxiety and fear in some people, further jeopardizing oral and overall health. This is Dr. Douglas. We not only deliver optimal dental care, we make you comfortable while we do it.
Douglas Dentistry's patients love listening to music or watching a movie during treatment. Some patients prefer nitrous oxide or laughing gas or conscious sedation.
Call Douglas Dentistry today, 283-3800. That's 283-3800. Find us on Facebook or click on douglasdentistryephrem.com.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back as Monroe is going to go for it here on 4th and 8 right from midfield. Another score of interest, Georgia Military at Lackawanna. At the start of the third quarter, Georgia Military 21, Lackawanna 14.
Wow. You said in that game last week that's going to be a tight game. You mentioned that multiple times in that game, that you thought it would be a good contest.
It was close at Georgia Military, and now they're playing at Lackawanna. So, key fourth down here. Badgers come in tight. Now they back up. Pass out in the flats is going to be too tall. That was almost a great catch.
Yeah, and a great throw.
Backing up on his back leg. And the pass intended out there for Evan Harrington. And the Badgers will take over at midfield.
Yeah, Raiden Oliver, the quarterback, just really got plowed right as he was letting that one go. As has been the story all day today. Badgers just getting in that backfield every time.
And it's anybody on that front four.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they've made subs and even the subs are getting in there just as quick. Handoff is going to go to Patterson. Patterson breaks a tackle. Patterson picks up 9 yards. Nice run by Drew Patterson. Badgers going to go quickly here. Gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Shandon King split wide to the right. Reggie split wide to the left. 2 tight end formation here for the Badgers with Drew Patterson in the backfield. 18 seconds on the play clock. Badgers look to the sidelines. Handoff goes to Patterson again. Patterson makes a nice move in the backfield. It looked like that was designed right up the middle, Greg, and he bounced it to the left.
Yeah, I just saw that hole open on the left side, was patient, let that big offensive line set up their blocks. That puts Drew Patterson over 300 yards rushing for the year. He's been a great third option out of the backfield for the Badgers.
First down, handoff to Patterson again. Not much there this time, but Patterson just lowers the shoulder and picks up 2. DJ Overstreet going to check back in for the Badgers, as well as Mikkel Paiva. And coming out is Cash Kyle. Badgers go with 4 wideouts now, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Drew Patterson still in the backfield on 2nd down. Donnie looks to the sidelines. Play clock at 10. We're just underway here in the second quarter. Badgers lead at 17-0. Low snap. Donnie picks it up. Pass is complete. And that's going to be enough for the first down. Is that?
Reggie Frischnick.
Reggie. Okay.
Yeah, Reggie just runs that short little route. You're used to seeing Reggie going deep.
Right.
But nice little possession catch that time.
That's why I was a bit surprised it was Reggie. That's not a location he usually gets that pass.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, Badgers still go with 2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts to the right. Drew Patterson in the backfield on the left side of Donnie Smith, your quarterback. Donnie takes it, hands it off to Patterson. Patterson goes on that right side and then kind of slides back to the left. He's going to get inside the 20-yard line, a gain of 3. Badgers finish the season here with 2 home games. They've got Monroe today, and then next week it'll be Sussex. That game will also be a 12 noon start. I think some of the students didn't get the message. The student section a little bit light today. 2nd down and 7. Hand off to Patterson, and Patterson goes nowhere. Good job by the defensive line that time for the Mustangs, who did their best Snow College imitation and were in the backfield.
Justice Jordan, freshman defensive lineman out of Cincinnati, came through for Monroe and made a nice play.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Badgers go with 2 wideouts to the right, single wideout to the left, and Patterson in the backfield. Donnie looks to the sidelines once again, down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Play still coming in. Now he gets set. Down to 5. Donnie back to pass. Looks over the middle, throws over the middle, got a man there. It's tipped and incomplete. Who was he going to?
Yeah, the DJ Overstreet that time. Yeah. He was trying to get it in there, but he was going into almost triple coverage that time, wanting to see that. Yeah, you got really 3 Monroe defenders right around DJ Overstreet. Not sure that was the best one to go to. They did a good job of dropping that linebacker back. You got a safety back behind, and then somebody running alongside DJ.
Paiva checks back in for the Badgers, and he'll go into the slot to the left. Badgers going for it here on 4th and 10. From the 23-yard line. Back to pass. Donnie under some pressure, and he's going to be sacked. On the tackle is Theodore McDuffie, who came on a blitz.
Yeah, Donnie didn't have any time that time. You had Reggie Frischnick on the outside going on a streak towards the end zone. Thought Donnie might just throw it up to him, let him go up against a shorter defensive back, try and high point that ball. But Donnie just didn't have any time to get that one away.
So the Badgers turn it on over on downs after having taken it on downs, and the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Well, this game started very quickly here with the Badgers with the kickoff return for a touchdown, and then their first possession a touchdown. Then they kicked a field goal, and since that time, both teams have turned it over on downs. 1st and 10, pistol formation. Play action. Throwing short, and is it going to be caught? They're going to say he did catch it. On the catch is going to be Jashawn Amin.
That one of the better offensive plays for Monroe of the day. That little play action just slowed down the defensive line just enough going to the defensive right, and then you're rolling to the other side. Gave quarterback just a little bit more time that time and an open window to see down the field.
Badgers showed blitz, but now they back off. Right, trying to force this is going to be Cuthbertson, who comes right up the middle. Pass is going to be to the outside and over the head of Amin.
Caught on the sideline by Matt Wilson, doing a great job there.
Cuthbertson just came right up the middle that time, and no opportunity at all for Raiden Oliver. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Badgers have been getting pressure with the front four, so when they come with a blitz with one of those linebackers, there's not much opportunity.
Yeah, kind of going a 4-2-5 formation right here.
3 wideouts to the left. Now the man in motion makes it to the left, 2 to the right. Back to passes Oliver. Gets it away. Gets it into, I thought that was Amin, but I don't think it is. It's actually Kadir Thomas.
Yeah, that was a really nice play designed by the Mustangs. You had the 2 Badgers inside linebackers almost stacked on top of each other, and then you throw it just to the outside where if they were playing a little bit more of an outside shade, they would have been. But quarterback did a good job to read that and deliver the ball quickly.
Out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Again, a single setback. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 wideout to the right. Badgers come with pressure once again. Pass is going to be dumped off and caught. That's going to be enough for the first down. On the reception out there is Rodriguez Johnson.
Rodriguez, that's a name.
Rodriguez.
I like that one.
And that's another Mustang first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line for the Mustangs into Badger territory. Back to pass under some pressure, trying to get away, and is going to be sacked back to the 39-yard line. That came awfully close to a fumble. The way he was holding the ball, I was looking to see if somebody knocked it away from him.
Yeah, Jordan Taula coming in first for the Badgers, getting just that leg, just that shoestring, and then the rest of the Badgers come to clean it up.
A loss of just 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 13 from the 39. Man in motion, LaSalle Rose. Rolling out on the pocket. Everybody wants holding, and that was thrown away.
Yeah, but it didn't get to the line of scrimmage. Was there a receiver out there?
No.
Because when you roll out like that and you get out of the pocket, you can throw it away, but that did not make it to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it made it to the line of scrimmage, but it was about 5 yards out of bounds.
Out of bounds, yeah.
Badgers again with some pressure. The running back did reach out and grab a jersey. That's what everybody kind of oohed and awed about, if you heard that. But didn't grab him enough to draw a flag. 3rd and 13 for the Mustangs. Mustangs go with 3 wideouts to the right. A single man in the backfield for Raiden Oliver. Oliver back to pass, under some pressure again. Quick pass is going to be enough for the first down. Wrestle down. The coaches over there for the Mustangs want a penalty, but I don't think they grabbed the face mask. It looked like he just grabbed the jersey.
Yeah, Matyra Brown really just threw the receiver to the ground that time, and they were a little bit upset about something. I don't know if they think they got the face mask or some horse color like you were asking. Yeah, but it was definitely just a tough tackle.
It's going to be 4th down here, and it looks like the Mustangs might be calling timeout. They do. We'll take a timeout as well. This will be a Central Valley Medical Center timeout. Having chronic knee pain from a worn-out knee? Be sure and check out the new ROSA knee robotic technology at CVMC. Call 435-623-3200. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
In the fast-paced world we live in, every second counts. Whether it's staying productive in your home office or enjoying entertainment with no buffering. With CentraWave from Centracom, experience ultra-fast, next-generation, reliable internet that keeps your whole family connected. CentraWave by Centracom. Fast, reliable, everywhere. Get connected today. Visit www.centracom.com/CentraWave or call 1-800-427-8449.
Welcome back once again to Robert L. Stoddard Field, Terry Foote Stadium on the campus of Snow College in Ephraim, Utah. Gary Chedister and Greg Sterner with you. As we check the Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard, Snow College 17 and the Mustangs of Monroe College nothing. Still 21-14 Georgia Military over Lackawanna in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Big 4th down here. Getting away from the pressure is Raiden Oliver, and he does not get rid of it, and he's going to be taken out of bounds. And that's going to be a loss on the play, a sack all the way back to the 37-yard line.
Hayden Magalai coming in. Raiden Oliver, dog, dude. Like, you got big number 62 bearing down on you.
Chuck the ball.
Get that away. They list Hayden Magalai as 6 foot, 300 pounds.
Wow.
And he was coming with a full head of steam at you right now. Oh, man, I hand it to Mr. Oliver on holding on to that ball for Monroe, but took a shot.
How many times have you seen 3 possessions in a row be turned over on downs?
That's a pretty rare one right there, yeah.
A.J. Tillman back in at running back on the right side of Donnie Smith. Donnie back to pass. Pump fake, now dumps it off underneath to DJ Overstreet. Overstreet gets away from one man, stays on his feet, fighting to try to pick up an extra yard or two, and gets out over the 45 to the 46. That's going to be a gain of 8.
Boy, he did fight, didn't he?
Oh, boy.
They had a hold of his ankle, and he's still hopping on one foot fighting.
DJ might not be the tallest of stature, but boy, he is a fighter. And he's in the slot to the left now on 2nd and 2. So you've got Shandon King on the right, Egg at the H-back on the left side of the formation, DJ Overstreet in the slot to the left, Reggie Frischnick wide to the left. Now pistol formation, and you've got A.J. Tillman behind Donnie Smith. Play action to A.J. Donnie has a long time to throw, and I don't know who he threw it to.
Yeah, he had Reggie Frischnick. Steps. Not a step, steps. And just couldn't deliver it to him. Steps ahead of his defender.
Yeah. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, they ran with that little play fake in the backfield, and then as Donnie rolled out, Reggie Frischnick made a move to the middle, kind of a post route that looked very open.
Badgers come back now with 2 running backs in the backfield. A.J. Tillman to the left, Matt Wilson to the right of Donnie Smith. Handoff is going to go to A.J. A.J. breaks a tackle. A.J. in the defensive backfield, 2nd level, down the sidelines, finally wrestled out of bounds. A.J. Tillman with a huge carry, mark him out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, great blocking up front on the right side that time, and Tillman makes the first, just gets through that first wave, the defensive line, and he was gone.
Yeah, that's a big hole, and A.J. down the sidelines. And we've got an injured Mustang out on the field. That looks like it's Ezekiel Ashigbor. So we'll take the timeout as well. This will be a Central Valley Medical Center timeout from orthopedics to pediatrics. Trust CVMC. We'll be back after this.
My name's Jared Livingston. I grew up in Sanpete County, Utah. I remember going down to the feed company back in the little offices there, got my first loan through Utah Heritage Credit Union, and ever since then fell in love with the personal atmosphere that you get with a local credit union. Been there ever since I was a little kid to today, whether we're dealing with an auto loan or just cashing a check, they're right there every time we need them.
Well, welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium and Robert L. Stoddard Field as the Monroe Mustang is able to get off the field. 1st and 10 for the Badgers. The Badgers with one of their best offensive plays in the last couple of possessions here, able to get it on a big A.J. Tillman run inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Matt Wilson in the backfield to the side of Donnie Smith. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. The Mustangs show blitz. The play clock's only at 25. So plenty of time. Donnie back to pass. Throws. Got a man wide open. Shandon King touchdown, not DJ Overstreet.
S.J. King catches that. Yeah, he was wide open. I'm hoping we can see that replay to see just how he got quite that open. I don't think our camera will be. Oh, yeah, just ran right up the sideline. Just ran right by a guy. Wow. Showed his speed there along the sideline, and Donnie Smith put it where he needed to. His first touchdown pass of the day.
So it looked like Monroe was coming with the blitz. They didn't have any help over the top with any safeties, and I'm not sure if the corner thought he had help maybe. I don't know, but Shandon King went right past the corner and was able to get open. The extra point is up and good by Rosequist, and the Badgers now lead it by a score of 24-0. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
In the days of the mountain men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in Sanpete County. They're Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Snow College Badgers able to get back into the Mountain America Credit Union end zone. Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward with affordable financial services and expert advice. Details available at macu.com. Nice pass play, and you mentioned first touchdown pass of the game. Badgers have scored on a kickoff return and a run, and that's the first pass. Going to be taken at the 4-yard line by the Mustangs, out to the 15, the 20, and falling forward to the 21. And that's where the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10.
So this game, Donnie Smith, 8 of 14 passing, 131 yards here in the first half, having an excellent game. Just had an excellent season. As we mentioned, he kind of left to go up to Weber State for a short time, decided to come back, and it's been a good thing for the Badgers this year, one of the better junior college quarterbacks in the country.
And good for him. I mean, he's going to get more looks now and maybe a chance to go to, I wouldn't say a better school because I'm a Weeb Cat myself.
Oh, yeah?
Graduated Weber State.
Yeah, Weber's a great school, great football program up there.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Raiden Oliver going to hand it off. They're going to try to go back to the run, are the Mustangs, and getting back to the line of scrimmage, no, maybe a loss of a yard. And if we check the rushing yards, minus 13, add another minus there, so minus 14 now for the Mustangs.
That's a testament to that defensive line, isn't it?
It is, and as we've mentioned, they've made a lot of subs out there, and it doesn't matter who's out there. They're all performing well right now.
Coach Erickson's talked about that. He's talked about the offensive line specifically, but also talked a little bit about the defensive line and the depth that they have and the focus that they put on that in recruiting this last year.
Badgers shift on the defensive line. Trips split wide to the left. Pass is going to go to the sidelines, way over the head of the intended receiver, LaSalle Rose, incomplete.
Yeah, how many times have you seen Raiden Oliver just staying back there as long as he could? I hand it to some of these. I say it in a lot of these games you and I do together where you get these quarterbacks that are just pummeled. They're just inundated by defensive linemen, and they stay back there as long as they can and then just have to throw it away. But you've seen that quite a few times here tonight.
A lot of pressure on Oliver, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to get his numbers really quick, but we'll do this after that play.
Okay. Trip split wide to the left for Oliver. Single setback in the backfield with him. Back to pass, looks to the left, now comes back to the right. Throws, got a man open over the middle, and it's in and out of the hands. That is going to be a nightmare out there for Ryder Lish.
Yeah, Ryder Lish out there at safety. and you know where Ryder Lish is from?
Where?
He's from Morgan High School in Utah. Who defeated my Templars yesterday, folks.
But the Templars had a good showing.
Yeah, Manti played well, but Ryder Lish is a good player from Morgan.
Here comes the punt. Rugby-style kick, very high but short, and fair catch signal for and taken by the Badgers. And that is going to be Saxon takes it at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, so Ryder Lish, he might have had a little bit of room if he could have got that pick in the secondary there, a little bit of room to run along the left side. But again, that time, the quarterback for Monroe, Raiden Oliver, just taking a shot right as he let go of that one. Man, he's taking a lot of hits.
So many things I want to say about that near interception, and I'm going not to say anything.
All right.
I'm taking the high road here.
Okay. I don't even know where you're going with that. You'll have to tell me at the next break.
Okay. 1st and 10 for the Badgers at the 46-yard line, leading 24-0 over the Mustangs of Monroe. Mustangs show blitz. Handoff is going to go to Wilson, and Wilson's going to gain 2 yards.
Yeah, that blitz worked pretty well. It came from the outside. And then there was enough time where that number 1 coming for Monroe, Kareem Lewis, could tell that it was going to be a run, so he cut it back outside and helped make the tackle.
Badgers make some substitutions. Cash Kayo is going to come off. Eggett comes in at tight end. Badgers go with 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation here with Matt Wilson behind Donnie Smith.
If they come with that blitz that they're showing here from the left defensive side, right side of the offense, there will be some room out there to pass.
Handoff is going to go to Wilson. He runs right into that blitz, and he's going to lose a lot of yardage.
Trey Dansby, the first one out there for Monroe.
All the way back to the 41.
Yeah, good play, defensive play call for the Mustangs.
It's almost like they knew what Snow College was going to run there.
Snow ran right into it.
Yeah. So it's going to be third down. Call it 3rd and 15. Badgers going to go with 3 wideouts to the left here, and Matt Wilson in the backfield with Donnie Smith. Eggett, tight end on the right side of the formation. Play clock is down to 8. Badgers need to hurry a little bit here. Now they're going to bring a man in motion. Low snap, play action, under pressure, set up the screen over the head of Wilson. And I don't know if that would have gained much anyway.
Yeah, big pressure from number 86, Jacob Brown, for the Mustangs coming in on Donnie Smith, and just had to get rid of that maybe even a half second quicker than he wanted to, even on a screen pass. Those screen passes are usually a little bit slower developing, but they made him throw it a little bit quicker than he wanted to. Going to be the first punt for the Badgers.
You're absolutely correct. So on to do the punting is Ty Smith. Or excuse me, not Ty Smith, excuse me. It's Jay Summers.
Look at this formation.
So Summers, rugby-style punter, and he'll come to the right and get the kick away. And it takes a great Badger bounce. Oh, my goodness, that hit at the 20. It's going to come to rest inside the 10. Nice kick out there by Summers. Jay Summers from Griffin, Australia. His mom was at the Iowa Western game.
Came all the way from Australia?
I'm guessing.
He's living there still? Wow, that's a long way. That's pretty neat. All the way to Iowa, huh?
Council Bluffs, Iowa.
A setting that's just not quite as beautiful as here, but...
It's a different kind of beautiful, Greg.
There you go. Okay.
Raiden Oliver is still at quarterback. Empty backfield is going to bring a man in motion from right to left. So make it trips wide to the left. Oliver under pressure. Going to pass it. It's going to be picked off. Coming up with the interception. Is that... I'm still checking to see here.
Trying.
Who did they give credit to?
Gary, I'm
is
here
it 20?
For you. I'm trying.
Is it Fordham Parks?
No. Dang it.
Is it?
Hold on.
Okay. You're going to go check. So the Badgers come up with the interception. That's the first turnover of the game. And the Badgers...
Nate Anderegg is who they gave it to, number 29.
All right. Congratulations to Nate Anderegg. His family's been traveling all season long. Drew Patterson in the backfield for Donnie Smith. The Badgers have it at the 5-yard line. Hand off to Patterson. Patterson, I was going to say untouched, but now are they going to bring this back? Flag thrown right.
And very late. That flag came
huge late.
If it's a hold, it's something that happened after Drew Patterson had ran past wherever the hold was.
So is this going to take the touchdown off the board?
Yep, it is.
It is. Do we have that on replay, Ira? Ira, the producer, Snow TV producer. Look at that. I asked for it, and there it is. Yeah.
The hold, there was a block that happened right as Drew Patterson went past that. The hold was a hold, but it was after he stepped into the end zone. I mean,
right.
it was way after. But
first and goal now from the 15. Pass to the corner of the end zone. Reggie Frischnick incomplete.
That was excellent defensive back play that time. Is that number 4 out there?
Yes.
Is that Alexander Bowler with the defensive play? With that ball was put right where Reggie needed it to be by Donnie Smith. Just wasn't able to run under it.
So it'll bring up second and goal from the 15. Badgers make some substitutions. Cash Kayo is going to come out from the tight end. And the Badgers are going to go with 3 wide out, split wide to the right, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Donnie Smith with an empty backfield on second and goal. And now coming in and taking a timeout is Monroe, so we'll take the timeout as well. Central Valley Medical Center timeout. From orthopedics to pediatrics, you can trust CVMC.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a third location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3-meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Welcome back once again to Robert L. Stoddard Field and Terry Foote Stadium on the campus of Snow College in Ephraim, Utah. Gary Chedester, Greg Sterner with you. A rare afternoon contest for the Badgers. The last 2 games of the year since we're off daylight savings time moved to 12 o'clock noon. And looking up on the mountains to the east of us up here, it looks awfully cold up there.
The college here that we're sitting at, living up to its name.
Some late substitutions here. The Badgers are going to go under center. Badgers are going under center here on 2nd and goal from the 15. Donnie hands it back to Wilson. Wilson's got the corner. Wilson turns it upfield and gets to the 10. Is the ball loose? It is.
Yeah.
Matt Wilson fumbles the ball. It's going to be recovered by the Mustangs at the 5-yard line.
Wilson did a good job that time to see that there was nothing available up the middle, so he cuts it to the left, gets outside, and then there's about 3 or 4 Monroe Mustangs that just lay a big hit on him, and one of them was able to draw that free.
So back-to-back turnovers as the Badgers get the first turnover of the game on the interception. And then the Badgers turn it back over again on the fumble. So the Mustangs have it 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Roughly about the same place that they took over on that last drive before they threw the pick.
Pretty close. Pistol formation here for Oliver. Oliver now brings up the running back. Back to pass. Has time to throw in the end zone. Now throws it away.
And he was still in the pocket. There's a receiver out there. Just threw it over the head because if he wouldn't have gotten that away, that would have been 2 points for the Badgers. That would have been a safety for sure.
And I said he had time, but then all of a sudden the time disappeared and there was somebody around his ankles. So Oliver again, shotgun formation. 2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts to the right. 2nd and 10. The Badgers shift defensively. Now they show blitz. Oliver takes the snap. The blitz backs off. The pass is going to be a crossing route underneath, intended out there for LaSalle Rose, but it's behind him, incomplete.
And he was open. They would have had some room. That would have been a first down and some room up the middle, but just couldn't deliver the ball. It was a really good play design by the Mustangs that time.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and goal. And now you got to be thinking offensively, if you don't pick up some yards here, you're not going to give your punter a lot of room, and the Badgers have put some pressure on the punter. Pistol formation here. Now a shift by the running back. Play action. Quarterback's going to keep it. Almost got tackled in the end zone. He's going to lose yardage all the way back. They're going to be generous and spot him at the 3. I didn't think he got that far.
Slow developing play in the backfield and then a run. A slow developing run play in the backfield is not going to work against Snow College, at least today. Yeah, Snow just right on top of that. And like you mentioned, they were very generous with that spot.
Kai Collins is back out to punt. He's got his heels on the back of the end zone. Late man out, special teams for Monroe. And he does kick it, but it goes out the back of the end zone. The Badgers get the block. Is that...
Looks like Cole Mickle running off. I don't know if he was the one who got it, but he's coming off acting like he did. You got Cuthbertson as well, Brian Cuthbertson coming off. I think it might have been him the way the coaches are reacting. Yeah, block that out of the back of the end zone. Safety, 2 points for the Badgers.
Wow. Block punt, and the Badgers get 2 more on the board. That makes it 26-0. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the connecting your life people. For the past 115 years and counting, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
And welcome back as we get set for the, not a kickoff. Is this technically a free kick? Okay.
That would be the way to call it, yeah.
All right.
I think anybody, you could just say kickoff and it's understood. But yeah, free kick.
From the 20-yard line, so the Badgers should get good field position. And we were trying to find out when the last time the Badgers got a safety. And you say it's not on. Drayson Ball does an excellent job with
last time they had a 300-yard passer. Last time they had a 500-yard passer. Hey, that kind of stuff. And I don't have that in this one.
He doesn't have it on here?
Yeah.
Well, doggone it. Oh, do you have this page?
Nope, I don't have that one.
Okay, I'm going to give you that. Yeah. So I'll give you some more time to look that up. So the Mustangs will be kicking this away from the 20. They've got their choice of whether to punt it or kick it, and it looks like they're going to go with a kick. And the Badgers standing back at their 20-yard line. Looks like Titan Saxton and B.J. Inman back deep to receive. And here comes the kick. Kick is a low line drive kick. It's going to be fielded, or the Badgers going to let it go. Now they pick it up at the 1-yard line. B.J. Inman out to the 15 and taken down at the 20. That was a strange,
pretty respectable return after what happened to start. I'm thinking this form isn't right here because I see a blocked punt. Last time it happened was Lackawanna in 2023, and I know they had one last week.
Right.
So last one that it's showing as a safety is Lackawanna as well in 2023.
Well, I think that would be accurate.
Okay.
The last safety. So the last safety was last year against Lackawanna. I remember that.
Okay. Surprised you just didn't know it right off the top. Badger expert, the voice of the Badgers. Jeez, what are they paying you for?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Badgers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. I think a lot of people asking that question.
I don't think so.
Shotgun formation. Donnie, quick pass out to the left. It's going to be caught and immediately taken down. And they're going to say incomplete.
Must have bobbled that, hit the ground, but a big hit outside there. Number 4, Alexander Bowler, with delivering the hit again that time.
On Mikel Paiva.
Yeah.
So an incomplete's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. Badgers go with 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. Donnie back to pass. Donnie has time, throws the deep out. He's got King. King makes the catch. Did he get it in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're saying yes.
Yeah, I love that route right there. Oh, it would be so tough to defend. It would be so tough to throw that route. But you have a receiver run down the sideline, stop, go towards the sideline. It's like a comeback route to the outside. And if you can deliver that ball, it would be almost impossible to defend.
1st and 10 out to the 42-yard line, down to a minute 40. Flag on the play, and they're going to stop it. It's going to be a false start against the Badgers. Badgers trying to get some more points here before halftime. We're down to a minute 38 remaining in the first half. Checking that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard, Snow College 26 and the Mustangs nothing. Going to put a whole 2 seconds back on the clock here. Minute 40 to go. A.J. Tillman's going to be in the backfield with Donnie Smith. 2 wideouts right, 2 wideouts left. Donnie looks to the sidelines. 10 seconds on the play clock. Donnie back to pass, looks to the right, throws to the right. Pass is going to be caught by DJ Overstreet. DJ is going to get over the 45 to the 46-yard line. And it'll bring up 2nd and 6. DJ now moves to the left as the Badgers go hurry up here. Only 3 down linemen from Monroe. That out pass is incomplete.
Very similar route to that one that Shannon King caught earlier. Maybe a little bit closer, not quite as deep of a pass, but that one was just a little bit outside his hands. And again, you gotta put that ball right on a spot. You gotta know where your receiver's going to be. That's a lot of work, practice, off season, during the season to get that just right.
And with only 3 down linemen, Monroe was able to get some pressure on Donnie Smith and hit him just as he let go of the ball. 3rd and 6 from the 46. And now timeout is going to be taken by the Mustangs. We'll take a timeout as well. Snow College leads at 26-0 with 1:10 to go in the first half. We'll be back after this.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, Sanpete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
And there's a beautiful shot of the Sanpete skyline with the snow up there as we are at Snow College in Ephraim, Utah. What are we, about 5,600 feet, I believe, something elevation
like
here?
Yeah.
Slightly different probably than Monroe College.
New Rochelle, New York.
There you go.
Yeah.
3rd down and 6 for the Badgers at the 46-yard line. Badgers going to go with trips to the right. Reggie Frischnick, the lone wide receiver, to the left. 2 safeties over the top here for Monroe. Donnie Smith, back to pass, throws over the middle. He's got DJ Overstreet, makes the catch, but a short gain, only a gain of about 4. It's going to bring up 4th and 2. Clock continues to run, under a minute to go. And the Badgers not in much of a hurry here.
Yeah, no timeouts left for Monroe, so Snow can let this run down under 30 seconds if they wanted to.
Badgers bring a man in motion. Monroe jumps, but not offsides. Badgers still letting the clock run. Now they're going to take a timeout. So we'll make it another Central Valley Medical Center timeout. From orthopedics to pediatrics, you can trust CVMC.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, Sanpete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you at Snow College in Ephraim, Utah, as the Snow College Badgers lead it with 36 seconds to go in the first half, 26-0. As we check that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard, Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. 4th and 2 from midfield. The Badgers have got to get to the 48-yard line of Monroe. 2 men in the backfield, 1 on either side of Donnie Smith. After the timeout, the play clock is down to 15 as Donnie looks to the sidelines. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Again, looking to the sidelines, and the Badgers are going to take another timeout. They can't take a timeout.
I don't think they can. I don't think you can take back-to-back, can you?
No, I don't think so. And that is going to be a delay of game then, isn't it? What are they going to do? Because the play clock went all the way down. Now they're going to put it back at 25.
Yeah, clock stopped anyway,
Wow.
so that doesn't matter too much. But yeah, I wonder what they were discussing. Now they're going to come discuss something else.
The
coaches for Monroe are as confused as you are.
you got to give a delay of game. The Badger, I think Donnie turned around and asked for timeout. And now the officials are going to huddle up and decide what to do here. They did push the play clock back to 25, and I think Monroe's thinking the same thing. Why did you push the play clock back to 25? And now all of the officials, except 2, are huddling up here to give their input. And they do push it back to 25. So no penalty. Monroe still wants to find out why they didn't call that. And the line judge is over talking with the coach. So it is 4th and 2.
I don't know what's going on.
That was kind of weird, wasn't it?
It's very weird, and I don't know why they're... I mean, if you've made a decision, just go tell them what the decision is, whether it's wrong or not. You just move on.
Yep. So, Donnie, 1 wide out to the left, 2 to the right. 2 running backs, 1 on either side. Donnie keeps it. Throws, got a man out there, and it's going to be incomplete. The Badgers turn it over on downs.
Yeah, pretty good defense there on the outside by number 27, Matthew Courtney for Monroe, to come in on that one, knock that ball away, and they'll have that one shot with 30 seconds left right at midfield to try and put some points on the board.
And they've got 30.8 seconds remaining. As you mentioned earlier, no timeouts remaining for the Mustangs. And even a field goal here, I think, before half gives you a little bit of confidence going into the locker room.
Yeah, it'd be huge.
Raiden Oliver brings out the offense and gets set. Trips to the left. Pistol formation. Right from midfield. High snap, but Oliver gets it. He's under some pressure. Now he's going to try to turn it upfield, and that could be a flag. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, how many times has Raiden Oliver ran to the sideline and taken a shot right before the sideline? That's the first time a flag's going to come out, because every other time he's lowered the shoulder and initiated the contact. This time he's trying to step out, and the Badger defender comes through, Matyra Brown, and just hits him late. Took out one of the sideline staff for Snow College as well, one of the ladies down there.
And they're going to check her out. She said she was okay. Yep, she is part of Spencer's medical crew, and she gets to go into the medical tent and get looked at. So a late hit is going to push that deeper into Badger territory. They're going to mark it at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Rodricus Johnson, the running back from Alabama, Pinson, Alabama, is the deep man in the backfield. Jesse Wilson pointing at the left tackle. Left tackle's pointing at Jesse Wilson. And it is going to be a false start against Monroe.
Jesse Wilson's a little chippy out there. He's got something going. He's got something going with that offensive line, doesn't he?
I don't think he's a guy that I want to make angry.
I agree with that.
If he's angry, I want to be on his team.
Yeah.
And he's lined up right over that left tackle.
Yeah, watch 19. If you're not watching the ball here, that'll be a fun one to watch right here.
1st and 15. Back to pass. And under some pressure now, Oliver gets loose, and he's got some room to run if he wants to. He signals he wants a block thrown, and he's going to pick up all the yards they lost on the penalty and about 3 more. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. That might be one of the best options that Monroe has is Raiden Oliver in the open field.
Getting out of the backfield. Yeah, getting out, escaping the pocket and running, sure.
So 2nd down and 7, 15.5 seconds remaining, and the tackle moved again.
Yeah, he's trying to get that head start on Jesse Wilson. Jesse's kind of gotten in his head a little bit. Even after that last play, I wasn't going to say anything, but now that we have a little bit of a break, even after that last play, there was a little bit of chippiness going, and they had to double Jesse Wilson. And so we'll see if he's able to get around this time or what they're going to bring at him.
Well, and it's so hard because Jesse's lined up over the tackle, but then you've got the DN who's even wider. And they're really overloading this right side here on 2nd and 12. Back to passes, Oliver. Got a man out there. Ooh, right through the hands and laying a hit was B.J. Inman.
Big hit out there by DJ Inman. Not a late hit or anything. That was right when the ball got there. Not able to make the catch, but BJ Inman, good defensive back play.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for the Mustangs. Mustangs have the ball at the Badger 35-yard line, 3rd and 12 with 11.8 seconds remaining here. And you've got time for 2 plays. But you got to take 2 shots at the end zone, or you've got to have something going to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
Yeah, for sure. Anything in play right now would end the half.
2 wideouts to the left. Back to pass. Oliver throws it to the sidelines. Pass is caught and then out of bounds. Now 7.2 seconds remaining. You got to take a shot at the end zone here. I don't think you got time to get the first down to get one more play. I think you got to take your shot here on 4th and 4th.
They're going to try a field goal. Running on the field goal team, it looks like.
Not a bad decision here. If you can get some points before half, that's got to change the whole outlook in the locker room.
And you know what I just noticed? Their kicker. I've called his games. Joe Wright from Grantsville. He was a great kicker for Grantsville High School.
Wow.
I had no idea he went out to Monroe College.
Wow. Yeah, how does a kid from Grantsville end up in Monroe?
I don't know. But he was a really good kicker for Grantsville.
The snap was bobbled, and the kick is going to be blocked, and the Badgers are going to pick it up, and that's going to end the half. So a bad snap, a bad placement, you can't put that on the kicker, and it ends up being a blocked field goal. Yet another, as the Badgers blocked 2 last week, and able to keep New Mexico off the board in the first half as well. So coming up here at halftime, we're going to have head coach Zach Erickson, and we'll have to watch down at the sidelines. Oh, there he is. Okay, Coach, we got you. You got
yes, sir.
All right. Good first half. A great start. B.J. Inman with the touchdown return on the kickoff, and you guys were off to the races.
Yeah, we started fast again. I'm very disappointed in the way we finished that half offensively. A couple of dumb penalties right there on defense. I'm not very happy about the way we finished the second quarter.
Okay, so what's one of the keys you want to focus on here in the second half?
We just got to go in and execute our stuff. We're beating ourselves, and it's not anything that they're doing. We just got to figure out how to play for 60 minutes and play clean football.
All right, and with the lead, I'm sure this is going to be a game time decision. How long you're going to leave starters in? But
we're playing. Everybody's playing.
All right.
Our guys are playing. We're not worried about getting subs in. We've got to play 60 minutes before we worry about putting somebody else in.
All right. The defense has been bringing some guys in, and they've looked really good.
Yeah, defense is playing pretty good. And right there at the end, offensively, we didn't put them in a very good position, and they almost ended up getting points. It was a good job of us being able to block that field goal and keep points off the board.
Special teams coming up big again. You ended up with the blocked field goal, just like the 2 that you blocked last week.
Blocked field goal, blocked punt, kickoff return for a touchdown. I'd say special teams might be winning the game.
All right. Thanks, Coach. We'll let you go into the locker room. We'll talk to you on the postgame show.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Coach. So the Badgers lead it here 26-0 at half. We'll take an opportunity for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Snow College halftime show for you. Experience the magic of live theater. Maybe take in an art show and connect with friends and family. Snow College is your community college. Visit snow.edu for more information.
In the days of the mountain men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in San Pete County. They're Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm J.L. Larson. And I'm Sarah Larson.
We're the owners and operators of Freedom Ford in Gunnison, Utah. We've been in business now for 38 years. Of those 38 years, we've done business with Utah Heritage Credit Union for over 20 of them. Even our kids have savings accounts there.
Utah Heritage is a great staple to Sanpete County. Homegrown credit union here that has helped, I believe, thousands of families throughout the valleys.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim, 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Doesn't that sound relaxing? At Risk Managers, we want to help you always feel that relaxed. So when you hear this, or this, or this, you know that you're protected. Peace of mind insurance solutions for individuals and businesses, so that you can always sit back and enjoy your drink.
At CVMC Medical Clinics, our growing team of physicians and advanced providers are shaping what rural healthcare can be. With an array of specialties available in world-class orthopedic medicine, our footprint is always expanding to ensure our personalized approach is reaching as many as possible. Familiar faces and expert knowledge, all of our locations can offer your family full-spectrum care in one place. Available in Nephi, Santaquin, and Fountain Green. CVMC is the place where healthcare is made personal.
Want to save money on your internet bill? Who doesn't? You now can save big with a new referral program from MTCC. You can now get a $5 monthly credit for each of your friends who sign up for Fiber Fast Internet or MTCC TV for as long as they remain a customer. Get 10 friends and you get a $50 credit every month for as long as they remain a customer. Now that's savings. Visit manta.com/bringafriend or call or text 435-835-2929 for details. Some restrictions apply. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
Welcome back once again to Terry Foote Stadium and Robert L. Stoddard Field. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you as the Snow College Badgers lead it here at the half, 26-0. Snow College Badgers got on the board quickly with a 92-yard touchdown or kickoff return for a touchdown by B.J. Inman, and the point after was good to lead 7-0. Then the Badgers get a 9-yard run by A.J. Tillman to make it 14-0 after the extra point. We were rooting for the Badgers to get it to DJ Overstreet. That didn't happen. The Badgers kick a 23-yard field goal for the next score to make it 17-0, and then 27-yard touchdown pass for DJ Smith to Shandon King, the point after for 24-0, and then finally a safety by the Badgers make it 26-0 in that first half. So special teams really carrying the way in the first half for Snow College.
Yeah, Coach Stack Erickson on that halftime interview you had with him, you can tell he's happy with the special teams. Not too happy with his offense right now. Just the way they finished that half, that fumble by Matt Wilson to give the ball back when the Badgers could have put another one on the board, really. Happy with his defense, happy with special teams, got to clean up some things on offense.
All right. We'll take another opportunity for a timeout here on the Snow College Halftime Show. When we come back, we'll have a chance, hopefully, to look at some statistics, and we'll see what jumps out at you, Greg Sterner, and you can give us your prediction here for the second half.
There you go.
Snow College Halftime Show brought to you by Snow College. Snow College has a full list of activities and things that are happening on campus. For more information, you can go to snow.edu. Snow College is your community college. We'll be back with more in 2 minutes.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on Team Hive. That's teamhive.live, powered by Centricom.
If you've ever ridden an ATV, you know how much fun they are. They're helpful for small jobs too. Our credit union is your first stop for an ATV loan. Since we are member-owned and not-for-profit, it's a smart stop to make.
Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Online at utahheritagecu.org.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a third location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back once again to Terry Foote Stadium and Robert L. Stoddard Field. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you here as we have the Snow College halftime show. Greg, have you been able to see? Okay, we usually get handed some statistics. This time we're just looking at the live stats that Stockton Porter has been providing for the football game here. What are some things that jump out at you?
Donnie Smith, I think 168 yards there in the first half. You know, if he keeps that up, he can get over 300 yards. I mentioned it multiple times in the first half. He's got 30 touchdowns this year, leading the NJCAA. They don't necessarily throw for a ton of yards, though. It seems like Snow will get up, they'll throw for 200 or some odd yards, they'll get up by a big score, and then they don't throwing. So it'll be interesting they don't keep throwing. So it'll be interesting to see if they keep throwing in this game, because you could hear Zach Erickson down there saying, we're going to play 60 minutes. Last week against New Mexico Military, that was his biggest gripe, really. Right. You get up 35-0, and then you get a little lackadaisical and give up 18 points. I think the foot is going to stay on the gas in this one no matter what the score is. And so it'll be interesting to see how many yards he ends up with. A.J. Tillman, 5 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown. Drew Patterson, 5 carries for 20 yards. Matt Wilson, 6 carries for 17 yards. He's kind of been bottled up a little bit. Did have that one fumble as well. That was Matt, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Matt Wilson. Anyway, had that fumble as well, so I think I wouldn't be surprised to see him get going here in this second half as well for the Badgers offense. Defensively, Titan Saxton leading the way, really with 3 tackles. Not a lot of tackle opportunities out there for the Badgers because Monroe is not completing so many passes, so there's not really a chance for a defensive stat on a lot of these. The Badgers are getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but it doesn't necessarily go as a stat. So anyway, Titan Saxton leading the way with those 3 tackles. You do have the interception by, who'd we give that one to? I'm trying to remember here. I will get that for you right now. It's Nate Anderegg. Anderegg, who had that interception on that tipped pass. So that's kind of your defensive stars here.
And one of the things that jumps out for me is the rushing yards is -9 for Monroe. And that would be a whole lot worse had it not been for Oliver with the couple of scrambles that he ended up with. So he's gained 21. He's lost some on the sacks, but without the couple of scrambles by Oliver, that stat would be a whole lot worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's done a good job getting out, and he's a tough kid. You can tell he's taking some big shots, and he stays with it. So
each team with a turnover, as we saw that stat put up by Ira Bowman, our producer, making all the decisions there at the TriCaster and making this
doing
broadcast
a great
possible.
job, isn't he?
Yep. And we should remind everybody we've got basketball that has already started, and we'll be getting caught up with those as well. Badgers have had 7 penalties for 70 yards, 4 penalties for 40 yards for Monroe. The Badgers have had 3 sacks. Donnie Smith has been sacked once. Looking at that, passing yards 168, as you mentioned, and rushing yards 91 for the Badgers. So pretty balanced. I think what gets Coach Zach Erickson the most is just making the little plays that you need to play and keep things going. Obviously,
finish drives.
Yeah, finish drives, exactly. Being able to make the play for the first down when you need it. And I think after last week, maybe this wouldn't be as much of an issue, but considering what happened last week, I think his focus is on that even more this week.
Yeah, and I can see that. And that's why I said I think you'll see them keep the foot on the gas no matter the score in this one. Keep just running their offense. There's things they want to work on. You don't know if you're going to make the playoffs. I'm thinking after this next break, we're going to check some of those scores that would maybe affect whether Snow makes the playoffs or not. But got to try and keep sharp.
Got to do what you've got to do to keep winning. You can't worry about what else is happening, but you've definitely got to make sure that you're winning to put the pressure on there. So there we can see the NJCAA top 15. That's something we didn't get to in the pregame. Iowa Western still at number 1, Georgia Military at 2, Hutchinson at 3. Northwest Mississippi at 4, Mississippi Gulf Coast at 5, and Snow at 6. No change in those top 6. Those are the same rankings that we had before. Number 7, which was Tyler Junior College, ends up dropping from 7 to 11 after a loss. So Snow College is your highest ranked 2-loss team. You've got Navarro that is right behind Snow at 5-2, then East Central at 7-2, and Lackawanna at 7-2. Let's do that. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll try to check some scores of other games. With Snow playing at noon today, most of the games not going to be underway, but there is one of interest, and we'll take a look at that when we come back after this. A reminder that there's something for everyone at Snow College. Dive into the action and find out more at snow.edu.
Visits to the dentist cause great anxiety and fear in some people, further jeopardizing oral and overall health. This is Dr. Douglas. We not only deliver optimal dental care, we make you comfortable while we do it.
Douglas Dentistry's patients love listening to music or watching a movie during treatment. Some patients prefer nitrous oxide or laughing gas or conscious sedation.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, San Pete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the connecting your life people. For the past 115 years and counting, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
And welcome back once again to Badger Stadium. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. Really the only other game of real significance, and it's 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Georgia Military at Lackawanna leads 28-14. So that game would definitely have an impact. Yeah,
that would help if Lackawanna could beat Georgia Military, give them that second loss. It almost has to happen for Snow to make the playoffs. Yeah,
it does. Mississippi Gulf Coast was victorious 56-14 over Hines. East Mississippi was victorious over Holmes 51-15, and East Central over Southwest Mississippi 49-13. Those games were played on Thursday, so we do have those scores, but no help in any of those games as of yet. Sussex defeated Erie Community College 25-18. Coffeyville defeated Dodge, so there are some scores that have come in. Actually, that jumped too far. There we go. Iowa Western leads Ellsworth 7-0. That game in the first quarter. Georgia Military now up 35-20 over Lackawanna. So the Badgers just got to take care of business. Unfortunately,
you've got to
get a lot of help.
Yeah, they got to take care of business for themselves. But to be able to make the playoffs, they need some help. They need teams losing two. How many? So Snow has one game after this one next week against Sussex here in Ephraim. But do you know? And I don't mean exact schedules, but do a lot of those other schools, do they have multiple games left?
They have playoffs remaining.
Okay.
So Mississippi will go into a 4-team playoff. That will start next week
for just the playoff for their conference. Region, for their conference. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But there's 2 Mississippi schools ahead of Snow College. The chance of both of them losing would be slim.
And really, if they just lose, if one of them loses to the other one, will they even drop below Snow anyway? That's where the voting comes in anyway, too. Yeah.
In fact, if you look at the top 15 once again that Ira had up a little bit earlier, you've got actually 3 or 4 Mississippi teams that are in the top 12, and so they're actually kind of jockeying those teams, so they're in position to be able to vote whoever wins the conference into that number 4 spot, which is what happened last year.
Yeah,
Snow was at number 4. They didn't play. Mississippi was higher, and they took the team that won the conference and moved them ahead of Snow.
I remember that. Yeah, just by a couple of votes. I mean, It was just a very close vote. Yeah.
And this is one of the things that I like so much about head coach Zach Erickson. And I can't remember, I think it was in the pregame either last week or this week, or maybe it was when we were talking individually. He says, really, I'm not going to get into this whole fighting for extra playoff spots because we've had our own destiny in our hands. If we win the game, we're in the playoffs. Why are we fighting over we should have been in number 4? Well, we would have been number 4 if we had won the game.
Well, and he said on this broadcast, on this pregame today, he said, we don't even have to win both of them. He's got to win one of them.
Yeah. And that is absolutely correct. So the Badgers have 2 games to finish here at home. They got to take care of this one first, but they do lead by a score of 26-0. We'll take this opportunity for a timeout. We'll be back with the second half kickoff right after this.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people, and many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years, and there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
And welcome back once again to Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. We want to mention the Snow College men's soccer team is playing the district championship right now against Arizona Western, and they lead it at half. Snow 1, Arizona Western nothing. And the Badgers, with a win there, would be able to go to the national tournament. They were able to upset Salt Lake in the regional tournament last week, who was number 2 in the nation.
So you got to win region, unless you get an at-large. You got to win region,
right,
and then win that district game.
Yep.
and then you make it to the Nationals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or if you lose the regional and you're really high ranked like Salt Lake was, you probably get the at-large bid and you don't have to play. Badger kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone.
Has Snow made it to the national playoffs before in soccer?
The women have, and I think the men have as well.
Okay.
I think the women have gone twice. I want to say the women have gone twice, the men have gone once.
All right.
And volleyball, I think they ended up taking second to USU Eastern, and I think they will be playing in a playoff on Monday. I'll have to check with Denise Duncan, our resident volleyball expert. So Monroe has the ball first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. 2 wideouts to the left, 3 wideouts to the right. Empty backfield. Long snap count. Back to pass. The Badgers getting some pressure again. A little dump pass over the middle. Nice adjustment by the Mustangs. That's going to be out of bounds, and it looks like they're going to give them a first down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, good catch there. Jayshawn Amin with another catch here for the Mustangs. Just that drag right across the middle. Get the defensive backs running deep, and then throw that little short pass and let him run.
So first down out to the 35-yard line. Again, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Badgers show blitz. Now they back off. Pass is going to be a quick pass to the slot man, and that's going to be another first down. Nice couple of back-to-back plays here for the Mustangs.
Kameen Powell on the reception that time for Monroe. And that was, a nice little play right in between 2 Badgers. Delivered the ball and get enough for a first down again.
This time out over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Same formation, 3 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Now the slot man comes in motion from right to left. Empty backfield out there for Raiden Oliver. Oliver back to pass again. Just dumps it off over the middle. Coming up is the safety, Titan Saxton, to make the hit after the catch, but that's going to be a gain of 6.
Yeah, Titan Saxton, 3 tackles there in the first half. Got that first one in an open field tackle that time. But another good play design by Monroe to get 6 yards on first down.
Second down and 4. Mustangs into Badger territory. Again, empty backfield for Oliver. Oliver brings a man in motion. Now sends him back again. Oliver back to pass. Goes over the middle, got a man open. Pass is going to be caught inside the 30 and taken down near the 25-yard line. And another first down. On the catch is going to be Kameen Powell.
Again, Kameen Powell, his second catch here on this drive. You got a Mustang down in the backfield. Injured player back there, kind of pounding the ground. Looks like he...
Boy, that is, way in the backfield. That's one of the offensive linemen. I doubt Monroe can afford to lose one of their linemen.
Jacob Judy is his name.
He's up, but definitely in pain. We'll take the opportunity for a timeout. A word from our sponsors. This will be a Central Valley Medical Center timeout. Having chronic knee pain from a worn-out knee, call 435-623-3200.
Visits to the dentist cause great anxiety and fear in some people, further jeopardizing oral and overall health. This is Dr. Douglas. We not only deliver optimal dental care, we make you comfortable while we do it.
Douglas Dentistry's patients love listening to music or watching a movie during treatment. Some patients prefer nitrous oxide or laughing gas or conscious sedation.
Call Douglas Dentistry today, 283-3800. That's 283-3800. Find us on Facebook or click on douglasdentistryephrem.com.
The Mustang player is able to get off the field under his own power, but definitely in some pain and helped off the field a little bit. It'll be first and 10 for the Mustangs at the Badger 25-yard line. Mustangs spreading this out, and they've gone with an empty backfield the entire way here. They've picked up 3 first downs, starting at their own 25-yard line, now at the Badger 25. Badger defense showing a blitz here as they've got 6 men up on the line of scrimmage. They put pressure on Oliver. Oliver gets rid of it. And that's going to be tackled immediately, no gain, and a flag comes in, and is it going to be a late hit?
I don't think it's going to be a late hit. It was over by where there would have...
How is that roughing the passer? He was under pressure. Can we see that again?
That's a step and a hit. I don't know about that.
I don't agree with that. Yeah. The only thing I can think of is it looked like he might have got him in the face mask.
Yeah, if he hit him high, that's a different story.
And I think that might be what it was. I'm speculating.
Yeah, because normally the officials will give a couple of steps. They'll give you one step. One step. If it's 2 steps, if the defender takes a couple steps and then hits the quarterback after he's thrown the ball, usually you'll see a flag. But that was more bang than that for sure.
So 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line now of the Badgers.
Monroe saw something, didn't they?
They did.
They've been taking advantage of that middle of the field.
And now they brought in a running back. Back to pass. Throwing it towards the end zone and out of the back of the end zone. They brought in Henderson, I believe. No, Williams at running back.
Got another flag.
Yep. Another flag right near the line of scrimmage. But it looks like it's going to go against Monroe. They're talking with Zach Erickson. And he takes the penalty. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. Illegal shift was the call. That pushes Monroe back to the 17-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15.
Looks like Monroe figured out that they could throw those little crossing patterns, quick passes across the middle against the Badgers. Let's see if Badgers can adjust and keep those linebackers maybe in a place instead of sending linebackers right up the middle on a blitz. Keep them in a spot where they can knock that pass down or be there to defend it.
Cuthbertson and Miller showing blitz again, and here they come. Pass is going to be to the outside, incomplete. Just putting pressure on Raiden Oliver and getting in his face.
Yeah, just not able to let things to develop downfield. And really that didn't happen in the first half either, but they kept trying to let it develop down the field. And you can see those coaches, good coaching maneuver here to start this half, just those quick passes. Get it out of the hand of your quarterback a little bit quicker so that blitz can't get to him. Or really, when I say blitz, really, even just the defensive lineman without a blitz.
I've been surprised the Badgers have been blitzing a lot here on these last couple of downs because earlier they were able to get pressure with just 4.
Yeah.
Here comes Miller again, right up the middle, but able to get away is Oliver. Oliver is going to scramble into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiden Oliver. As Caden Miller just was not able to make the tackle. He came through. Nobody touched him, but Raiden Oliver, a nice move to get in the end zone and touchdown.
Yeah, you called that just right, Gary. Nobody touched Miller as he came through the middle of the line. Nobody even gave him a little chip, and he just missed the quarterback. Just had a free run at him and couldn't get him.
So the Mustangs on the board now and coming up for the extra point. Doing the kick duties
Joe Wright.
Joe Wright.
Yeah.
You mentioned from Stansbury Park, played at Grantsville High School. Long snap count. They get it down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. And that makes it 26-7 as the Mustangs are able to get on the board. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back once again as we get set for the kickoff. The Mustangs to kick it off from the 35-yard line.
I noticed Monroe has quite a bit of fans here today, and I noticed that earlier. I mean, quite a few. I mean, if you're watching on, they're from New York, folks. I mean, you don't expect many fans, is my point. And they were cheering pretty loudly after that extra point attempt, and then you think to yourself, okay, obviously it's Joe Wright's family, at least a lot of them here, to watch him in his home state.
Kickoff is going to be taken at the 5-yard line. Shandon King breaks a tackle down the sidelines, 45, out of bounds near the 50-yard line, and the Badgers have returned 2 kicks and excellent field position here. One for a touchdown. This one is going to be into Monroe territory at the 48.
Great blocking by the kick return team for the Badgers. Shannon King really just had to make one guy miss, and after that it was all just running in green grass up to past midfield.
So the Badgers will take over at the Monroe 48-yard line. First offensive possession here of the second half for the Badgers. Donnie with 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right, has time, goes over the middle. He's got Shandon King. And King's going to be very close to the first down as he runs into the umpire.
Donnie was 11 of 22 there in the first half, 50% completion percentage. If there's been any complaints or any criticisms I've had of Donnie this season, it's just maybe get that pass percentage up a little bit higher.
Same formation, 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. Dump off is going to go to A.J. Tillman. Tillman down the sidelines, picks up maybe 3. Closer to 2. In fact, generous with the 2.
Complete to Adonis Tillman. Pushed out of bounds by Alexander Bowler.
That'll bring up second down and call it 8. 2 wideouts to the right, single wideout to the left for the Badgers. And now Donnie will look to the sidelines. Play clock down to 10. 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Badgers trying to answer. Handoff to A.J. Tillman. A.J. lowers the shoulder and picks up about 3, maybe 4. And it's going to bring up third and 6. So give him just 3 on that. Badgers get good field position here, and if anything's going to make Coach Erickson upset is if they don't convert this into some points of some sort.
You could tell he was a little agitated in that little conversation you had with him before he went into to the locker room at halftime.
Big third down here for the offense. Now they've adjusted, it looks like more like 3rd and 5. Eggett in motion. Pass is going to be to Eggett. Eggett's got the first down, lowers the shoulder down the sidelines and picks up even more. So the Badgers pick up the second first down on this drive.
So Donnie Smith 3 for 3 passing the ball here in this second half. 3 pretty easy passes, just where you got to deliver it to your receiver. Good play design, but you still got to make the pass.
Hand off to A.J. Tillman. Tillman, a pretty good hole. It looked like he was going to go left and then cut it back more towards the middle and turns it upfield, a gain of 6. Bring up 2nd and 4.
Again with the carry. Malik Matthew on the tackle. Gain of 5, 2nd down.
So it'll be 2nd down for the Badgers. Now pistol formation for Donnie Smith. In fact, haven't seen this formation very much at all.
Yeah.
Got A.J. Tillman behind Donnie, and you've got Patterson to the right of Donnie. 2 wideouts to the right, tight end on the left side of the formation. Play clock under 5, it's down to 4. Now Patterson in motion. Pass is going to be out to Patterson. Patterson, nobody went with him. Patterson makes the catch. Wow. Patterson's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Wow, yeah, that was, how easy is that? Why I'm wondering why nobody went, just a completely blown coverage there by Monroe. Nobody running with Drew Patterson as he goes out to the outside. He goes in motion, just pitch it out to him and let him run up the sideline for a 17-yard touchdown. Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't, you said how easy. I mean, yeah, if you don't follow the motion, man. Yeah. Credit to Donnie for being able to recognize that nobody went with him and getting the ball out there, and then good blocking downfield as well. Rosequist extra point is on the way and good. And the Badgers now lead at 33-7. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
In the fast-paced world we live in, every second counts. Whether it's staying productive in your home office or enjoying entertainment with no buffering. With CentraWave from Centracom, experience ultra-fast, next-generation, reliable internet that keeps your whole family connected. CentraWave by Centracom. Fast, reliable, everywhere. Get connected today. Visit www.centracom.com/CentraWave or call 1-800-427-8449.
Now the Badgers able to get in that Mountain America Credit Union end zone. Show your school pride with the Snow College debit card from Mountain America Credit Union, available now at the Ephraim branch. Mountain America Credit Union, guiding you forward. Visit macu.com. 22-yard pass from Donnie Smith to Drew Patterson. Point after is good. 33-7 as we check the Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. Badgers set to kick it off. Mustangs have only returned one kick. The Badgers kick an onside kick, and they come up with it.
Did that, was it 2 weeks ago against Georgia Military? They did that right coming out of halftime, was it?
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, special teams has done good things for the Badgers.
Number 12, the kicker and the recoverer on that. I don't have 12 on my roster. Do you? I think we have the same roster. You're going to go check. Thank you. So the Badgers kick an onside kick, and they'll get it back once again. And the Badgers will have it at the 48-yard line. So the Badgers had the last possession at the Monroe 48. This one they have at their own 48. Did you figure out who that was?
12, Casey Kiesler.
Oh, he had a different number earlier this season.
Yeah.
So Casey Kiesler with the onside kick and the recovery. 1st and 10 for the Badgers. Hand off to Patterson. Patterson hit as he comes through the line of scrimmage. And gains a couple of yards.
Special teams being able to come up with things like they have, blocking a field goal, blocking a punt, onside kick like that. It's a huge part of the game, and I get that this game is 33-7. I get it, but man, the Badgers have done great things with special teams all season.
Credit Patterson with a 4-yard gain. Give it back to Patterson again, this time more than 4 yards. Shoestring tackle as he picks up the first down and gets to the 41. That could have been a lot more. That might have been almost a touchdown-saving tackle out there by the Mustangs. 1st and 10 at the 41. Patterson still the running back to the left side of Donnie Smith. Badgers going with double tight ends here. 15 on the play clock.
Outside with Reggie Frischnick, still they haven't put a safety over the top at all. It's just been one defender, and Badgers really only burned him once on that.
Donnie looking to the near side, going to Shandon King. King tries to get himself some separation and then unable to make the catch.
So what's tough, I was a little bit critical. I just mentioned that I wanted to see Donnie Smith get that pass completion percentage up a little bit. Right there, that's not Donnie Smith's fault right there. I mean, that was right on where it needed to be. His receiver just didn't bring it in. So, and unfortunately that goes against Donnie Smith and nobody else. But, he's looked pretty sharp here early in this second half. That was right where it should have been brought in.
Right.
Sorry.
Nope, you're absolutely correct. 2nd and 10. Hand off to Patterson again. Not much there, but he breaks it a little bit to the outside and makes a little bit of a pickup. Gain of 3. Bring up 3rd down.
Big number 19 for Monroe. He's been in on a lot of tackles. Trey Dansby. Big 235, tall kid. He just looks like a defensive end out there, and he's in on a lot of these plays for the Mustangs.
2 wideouts left. 1 wideout to the right. Donnie back to pass, under some pressure, throws, got a man out there, Reggie Frischnick. Frischnick makes the catch and wrestled down, but that'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, Reggie's 3rd catch of the day. Nice route by him, and Donnie putting it right on the numbers for Reggie Frischnick, and we called it a couple of times. Reggie's had some of those comeback routes or little kind of shallow posts almost, where he just comes back across the middle of the field and Donnie delivers it. He's had 2 of those now.
There we see the stats for Reggie. 29 catches, 580 yards, 11 touchdowns. 1 touchdown away from a single season record here at Snow College.
That would be to start this game, because he had one. Or no, he didn't have a touchdown here, just that long catch. But he's going to get one right here.
Here's going to the end zone, and Reggie almost hauls it in, but that might have been out of bounds had he made the catch.
Yeah, that would have been kind of neat to catch that right at that point. Yeah.
Right as we're talking about it, and to see it happen, that would have been excellent. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Badgers at the 22-yard line. Badgers come back with 2 men in the backfield, A.J. Tillman and Drew Patterson, and 2 wideouts. Handoff is going to go to Patterson. Patterson, right in the middle of the line, gets inside the 20 to about the 19, maybe close to the 18. Give him a gain of 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. Badgers with 12 first downs in this game. Handoff goes to Patterson again. Patterson inside the 15-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down. And bring up a 4th, but I'm sure 4-down territory here unless the Badgers decide to kick a field goal. Nope, they're going to line up quick. And that's going to be an offsides penalty. Handoff to Patterson. Patterson to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown. The Badgers just caught Monroe substituting, and nobody substituted for the Badgers, so they can go quick.
Yeah. You had that one Monroe Mustang running in late, and he was on the side of the Badgers just barely. So obviously that'll be declined, and another touchdown for Drew Patterson.
14-yard touchdown run. Gets the Badgers back into that Mountain America Credit Union end zone. Show your school pride with the Snow College debit card for Mountain America Credit Union. Guiding you forward, visit macu.com. Rosequist coming up with the point after. That happens with exactly 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. The snap is good, the placement's good, the kick is up, and the kick is good as well. And the Badgers now lead it by a score of 40-7. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
In the days of the Mountain Men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in San Pete County. They're Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back once again to Robert L. Stoddard Field and Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you here on the Snow College campus in Ephraim, Utah, where the Badgers have opened up a 40-7 lead. They gave up 7 points in that third quarter, Greg, on the first possession in the third quarter, and now they've answered it with 14 straight points.
2 great answers by the Badgers. Yeah, you give up that long drive to Monroe and let them get on the board, but then answer with 14 straight points. Good job by them.
Casey Kiesler's kick goes out of the back of the end zone, and the Mustangs will start 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. How big is that onside kick to get the ball back again? You answer with the touchdown, and then you get the ball right back again and answer again, that back-to-back.
Just telling Monroe, you come out and score that first touchdown, you think you're back in the game. No, no, you're not. We're going to put 14 right on the board back-to-back.
Mustangs come out and go back to running back in the backfield. I was impressed with that first possession, second half. They went with an empty backfield and moved it right down the field.
Monroe did.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Yep.
Wow. Oliver takes the snap. It looked like it was going to get past him. He reaches out and grabs it with the right hand and just continued that way. I don't think the play was designed to go that way.
Yeah. Everybody on the field was going the opposite direction except maybe a couple of Badgers going with him, but that fooled a bunch of people out there, include his own offensive line.
Oliver ends up picking up 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Now they go back to the empty backfield. 2 wideouts right, 3 to the left. Badgers, just 3 down linemen right here. Oliver passes. Is it picked? Nope, are they saying? Yes, it is. I wasn't sure. I was waiting for the signal by the official. That's Ty Smith. I believe that's Ty Smith.
Yeah, that was. He just took a tumble out there celebrating. But yeah, Ty Smith just read that well from a corner position, steps up in front of the receiver and takes it away. Great job by Ty to read that one. They're trying those quick passes, so you get a little bit tighter coverage on the outside and then read the play. Good job, Ty.
And the Badgers now have it at the 29. So the 29 of Monroe, I should say. So the Badgers start their first 3 possessions here in the second half at the 48 of Monroe, the 48, their own 48, and now the Monroe 29. Do you get the feeling that maybe Zach Erickson maybe made his point at halftime?
This second half, the offenses looked very crisp.
Donnie Smith back to pass. Has plenty of time. Now he rolls out, throws it away.
Man, it looked like he could have led Reggie. It's that same route that Reggie's caught a couple of passes already. He runs about 8 to 10 yards down the field, just plants his left foot, and then comes straight down a line. Reggie Frischnick does. And it looked like Donnie had let that develop enough that he could have tossed that over the top, and Reggie would have went in for 6.
Cash Kayo comes out for the Badgers. Badgers going to go back to 2 running backs. Drew Patterson, and I think it's A.J. It is A.J. Tillman. Hand off to Patterson. A.J. leads the way, and Patterson picks up about 7. Getting inside the 25-yard line to the 23. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3. 3rd and a long 3.
Drew Patterson, the ball carrier.
Drew Patterson's had a pretty good second half here.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns. Receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. Yeah.
And trying to figure out how many yards he's got. Rushing, he's got 23. So 3rd down. Patterson in motion. And I don't know where that one was going.
Yeah.
Donnie looked like he changed the angle of his throw that time, didn't it? It looked like he came more sidearm.
Yeah, not as crisp on this drive so far.
And the Badgers going to try a field goal now, as Rosequist is going to come on.
Pass intended for Shandon King, incomplete.
Keaton Rosequist going to try a 40-yard field goal attempt. This is the longest try the Badgers have had. The snap is good. The placement's good. The kick is up. It's got the distance.
Yeah, good-looking kick.
And it is through, as Rosequist is able to kick a 40-yard field goal and put the Badgers up 43-7. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a 3rd location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
So with 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter, Keaton Rosequist gets the Badgers back on the board once again with a 40-yard field goal and the Badgers lead it now 43-7. You said the update on the stats for Patterson?
Yeah, I think he's got about 49 rushing yards right now. We were a little bit just behind on those live stats.
Okay.
When we had mentioned that.
High kick is going to be fielded at the 2-yard line, out to the 15. Trying to go horizontal there and coming up and making a good tackle.
Mario Williams on that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, 34 was down there. First guy down there for the Badgers.
So unable to get out to the 20-yard line. It's going to be short. It's going to be at the 18 is where they're going to mark it.
So we talked about Monroe had that nice first drive. They just kind of just methodically went down the field and got into the end zone for a touchdown. Yeah, and since then it's been all Badgers. 17 straight points after giving up those 7. Let's see if Monroe's able to get back to those quick passes across the middle that was so successful for him on that first drive of the second half.
It's a game of adjustments, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whoever can adjust the best. Back to pass. Has time. Throwing deep down the sidelines over the head of the intended receiver. Incomplete.
Good route by the receiver out there. Just wasn't able to deliver the ball. And that was number 3 for Monroe, Evan Harrington, outside.
Pass intended for Evan Harrington. Incomplete.
Ryder Lish defensively out there.
On the coverage, 2nd and 10.
It'll bring up 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Pistol formation once again for the Mustangs. Deep man in the backfield is Williams. Williams now shifts a little bit. Play action. Pass out in the flat. It's going to be bobbled, and they're going to say incomplete. Just trying to make a move before he had secured the pass.
Last pass was a good route by the receiver, and the quarterback didn't put it where he needed to. This one, quarterback put it right where he needed to. The receiver just didn't catch it.
Brings up 3rd and 10. Raid and Oliver in pistol formation. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. Badgers with 4 down linemen. Now they come up with 5 on the line. 3 down linemen and your 2 outside defensive ends in an upright position. Running back moves to bring up some protection. Oliver, pass out in the flats. Good pass, good catch. Trying to fight for that first down. Still on his feet, breaks tackles. Down the sidelines. The Badgers unable to get him down. Flag on the play. But taking it right down the sidelines into the end zone for an apparent touchdown is Donovan Brown. Is it going to come back, or is it good?
Raiden Oliver, we've talked about shots he's taken today. Look at this one. If we see the replay, boy, he took a shot. And what a play after. I think this is going to come back the way Monroe's acting, but what some offensive moves by Donovan Brown.
Oh, yeah. He just did not go down.
Half the Badger team coming after him.
So it's not going to be enough of the first down. The flag is right at the first down marker. Maybe that's why he got loose and went down the sidelines.
Definitely could have helped for sure. But boy, what a play. And Oliver, is that him kneeling over there? Because he took an absolute shot.
I think it is. Can we see, do we have, well, maybe we don't have time for the replay here. Great run by Oliver after the catch. Unfortunately, a block in the back.
By Brown. Yeah, Donovan Brown.
Oliver's going to stay in there at quarterback. And now they come up and make sure that it's set. So 3rd and 10. Oliver's going to throw the quick screen. Pass is going to be caught. Straight arm. Gets away from the first tackler. Out of bounds, but short of the first down.
Sal Rose on the reception that time for the Mustangs.
It's going to be actually barely back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 10. And a punting situation. Kai Collins on to punt from Harrison, Australia. Badgers should get good field position. Titan Saxton back deep to receive. A high kick is going to be fielded at the 44-yard line. Fair catch. And the Badgers will take over their 1st and 10.
Yeah, so Badgers, a couple of really good, I'd say 3 pretty good drives here. Well, 2 good drives, one that ended up in that field goal after the interception didn't really go anywhere. Badgers trying to clean some things up here. 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter and get another one on the board. Try and get to that 50 mark.
And we saw part of that replay of the play that got called back, unfortunately, for Monroe.
Yeah, unfortunately for Monroe.
Fortunate for the Badgers.
Yeah. Did they ran that replay?
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at the screen. I wanted to see that shot. Who delivered it on the quarterback?
Handoff is going to go to A.J. Tillman, and Tillman's going to be tracked down and tackled for a loss. Great defensive effort. I'm going to wait and see the call, but he's going to be injured and slow getting up. Is that number 32?
Yeah, for Monroe.
Dylan Davis from Owings, Maryland. Boy, that was a great defensive play, but he's going to be slow getting up. We'll take the opportunity for a Central Valley Medical Center timeout. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the connecting your life people. For the past 115 years and counting, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you on the Snow College campus in Ephraim, Utah. Snow College Badgers lead it by a score of 43-7 with 1:57 remaining here in the third quarter. Badgers out there with two running backs, one on either side of Donnie Smith. Drew Patterson to the right. We haven't seen Wilson much. A.J. Tillman motions out of the backfield. He's wide open. But Donnie scrambles to the other side of the field, goes to DJ Overstreet. Overstreet finally goes out of bounds. Greg, he could have stepped out of bounds, but the mentality is he wants to fight and go downfield even more.
Yeah, he does. That's a theme. We've talked about it multiple times in this game. Yeah, DJ doesn't like to just take the easy route.
First down at the 39-yard line.
Good throw there by Donnie, though.
Yeah. Donnie takes the snap, hands it off straight ahead, A.J. Tillman. Tillman lowers the shoulder, pushes forward. Now he's driven backwards, but they're going to give forward momentum, a gain of 3.
Big number 72 out there blocking for him, Tyler Brumfield. 54, George Dragovich. A couple of those offensive linemen for the Badgers.
Second down and 7.
Going to go empty here.
Empty backfield. 3 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right. Monroe jumps off sides. Badgers got a free play going to the end zone for Shandon King. King makes the catch.
Wow.
Has he got it? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Touchdown.
I think that's going to be against. I think they're saying offsides. Look at this line judge over here.
For another touchdown.
Right.
That's going to be.
That is what it is. Yeah. So you called it right. They had a free play, the Aaron Rodgers special down the field where a quarterback is just smart enough to know, hey, I got a free play. I'm going to chuck it downfield. Put that one right on Shannon. Shannon King just got a little bit of separation here. If you watch, just reaches his arms out just a little bit, just enough to create that half yard of separation and pull down the catch. Great throw, great catch.
Second touchdown on the game for Shandon King. Extra point coming up from Rosequist as the Badgers get in that Mountain America Credit Union end zone once again. Show your school pride with the Snow College debit card from Mountain America Credit Union. Visit macu.com. The extra point is up and the extra point is good. The Badgers lead it 50-7. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, San Pete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Checking that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard. Snow College 50, Monroe 7. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans.
Just trying to refresh these stats here to see the stats for my man Donnie Smith, 18 of 33, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns.
The
Pretty good
kickoff-
stat line.
It is. Kickoff is going to be fielded 5 yards deep in the end zone and bringing it out to the 10 and barely getting to the 15-yard line. Maybe not the best of decisions.
Trying to get something going for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I understand that.
Mustangs scored on that first drive of the third quarter, made the score 26-7, and 24 straight now for the Badgers since then.
And the Mustangs will start at their own 14-yard line. Yeah, and you never know, Break a tackle.
Yeah.
Get to the sideline, maybe. I understand the attempt. It's a valiant attempt, but now you start at your own 14-yard line.
Yep.
And we've got a substitution at quarterback. Jaden Young is your new quarterback from Newark, New Jersey. Raiden Oliver will start this one on the bench. Pistol formation. Handoff goes to the deep man in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of yardage.
Got to hand it to Raiden Oliver, though. Whether he's out for the rest of the game or not, man, that kid's taking some shots today.
And he hung in there, just trying to make something happen and wait for somebody to get open. That's going to end the third quarter of play. The Snow College Badgers with the lead, 50-7. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
I thought there was only one way to do college. I knew I needed training to set me up for a great career, but I didn't have 4 years. Snow helped me discover that college doesn't have to be about sitting in classes, counting down the hours. They showed me a way to get the edge I needed, and fast. The best part was with their low-cost programs and tuition assistance, I didn't have to go into debt. I was able to earn my certificate and start working right away. Snow College. This is college.
Visits to the dentist cause great anxiety and fear in some people, further jeopardizing oral and overall health. This is Dr. Douglas. We not only deliver optimal dental care, we make you comfortable while we do it.
Douglas Dentistry's patients love listening to music or watching a movie during treatment. Some patients prefer nitrous oxide or laughing gas or conscious sedation.
Call Douglas Dentistry today, 283-3800. That's 283-3800. Find us on Facebook or click on douglasdentistryephrem.com.
Welcome back once again to Badger Stadium. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. Snow College leads at 50-7. We just got an update, which is the same as the old update. Snow College soccer team still leads Arizona Western 1-0. Back to pass. Pass is behind the intended receiver, and he bobbles it and drops it. Intended out there for Headley Isnadin. Tied in from Green Acres, Florida.
Yeah, kind of injury to insult there. I mean, he's not injured, but injury to insult. You don't catch it, and then you take that big shot.
Big shot.
Right as you dropped it from Titan Saxon.
I watched Green Acres as a kid. I never imagined that was in Florida.
Oh. Okay.
Only
before my time.
Only an old person would remember Green Acres.
I've heard of it.
Third down and 15. Back to pass is Monroe, and that's thrown away. Just getting rid of the ball is Jaden Young. And it'll bring up fourth down.
This game didn't seem like it at halftime and at the start of this second half, but it's kind of turned into one of those snow games, one of those that me and you call a lot together, Gary. A lot of the home games turn into one of those games here where snow makes it a lot to a little.
Punt coming up. Punt is away. High punt, but short. And it's going to be fielded by Saxton once again, Titan Saxton. And the Badgers will have it at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, not a lot of great field position there for the Badgers again. 43-yard line. Good chance to put another one on the board here. Looks like Donnie Smith's still coming out That was a little bit of a conversation that we were going to have after Zach Erickson at halftime, saying that we need to play a full 60 minutes before we worry about getting a bunch of subs into the game. And still going with ones out there.
Drew Patterson will be the running back. Badgers go with 2 to the right, 2 to the left as wideouts. Now DJ Overstreet in motion. Play action to him. Looking to the end zone. Reggie Frischnick's open. Reggie makes the catch. Touchdown, Reggie Frischnick. Donnie put that one right on the money, but we have a flag on the play.
Oh, boo. That would have been 12 for Reggie. That would have been 12 touchdowns for Reggie.
And it looks like it's going to go against the Badgers.
Run it again. I'm saying that kind of loud into my mic because we got the offensive coaches right to the left of us here. Run it again.
2 men in motion. Or an illegal shift is going to be the call. 5-yard penalty back to the 48. Yeah, you run it again and you get an extra 5 yards on your stats.
There you go.
That would be funny to actually run the exact same play.
He had multiple steps on that defensive back that time. Let's see if the DB out here, number 4, Alexander Bowler, gives him a little bit more cushion. It looks like he is. Oh, but he steps up. Run it again. He's
open. And they don't get it to him. Reggie was open as he made a move on the post play, and it was just overthrown a little bit.
Yeah, the corner that time just let it go to the safeties behind him. He stepped up for a short pass on the zone defensive coverage, and Reggie just ran right past all of them.
And the Badgers unable to convert on that. It'll be 2nd and 15. We mentioned Reggie is tied for the record unofficially for most touchdown catches in a season here at Snow College.
I think that's since 2012 is when Drayson has records. Wow.
DJ Overstreet makes the great catch, breaks away from the tackle, and picks up a few extra yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
That's a high pass that time that DJ Overstreet had to pull in with defenders right around him. Great catch.
We've seen DJ go up high on a number of occasions. He's not the tallest player out there. They list him at 5'10", but he's been able to climb the ladder and get some good catches.
Excellent athlete. Yeah.
Handoff goes to Patterson. Patterson breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's going to pick up the first down. I just got a text, so I'm going to, we ought to do that because I haven't mentioned it much. The Douglas Dentistry first down. Thank you, Greg Sterner. 435-258-9001. Douglas Dentistry, show off that smile. A Douglas Dentistry first down. And now the soccer game is tied at 1. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. The Badgers have picked up some first downs, so my bad for not catching it. Reggie Frischnick targeted once again, this time overthrown again.
Could have been a little bit of a hold. They were the cornerback that time was really giving a yank to Reggie as he was trying to get past him, and then that safety came over late.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Badgers. Shandon King to the left. Full backfield with Matt Wilson, A.J. Tillman again. A.J. breaks one tackle in the backfield. Gets a block and a push and a pickup of about 7.
I don't know if Matt Wilson's been in the game since that fumble.
I don't think he has. Spencer Bradshaw on the offensive line for the Badgers, able to get a push in the back of A.J. Tillman. Timeout is going to be taken. We'll take the timeout as well. This is going to be a Central Valley Medical Center timeout. From orthopedics to pediatrics, you can trust CVMC. Call 435-623-3200. We'll be back after this.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Third down and a long 3 here for Snow College. Badgers with the ball at the 25-yard line. Badgers hand it off to A.J. Tillman. A.J. hit at the line of scrimmage and taken down, no gain. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Antonio Beckford with the hit that time. Good defensive play for Monroe.
And Badgers not looking at a field goal here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Try to see who is split wide to the right for the Badgers. Is that Brevin Balzer? I think it's Brevin. So 4th down for Snow College. Long snap count. Look to the sidelines. Play clock is down to 10. Reggie comes in a couple of steps. Pass is going to be quickly out to Reggie, who easily has the first down as the defense just backed off him. Reggie makes the catch and gets inside the 15.
Quick little out route. You said right before the snap, you said he moved in a little bit. Just give him that extra yard or so of room. Just a little 2-step route, 3-step route. Go to the outside, put it on his numbers, get the first down.
And after getting burned a couple of times, the defense has given more of a cushion.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 15. Donnie throws to the corner of the end zone for Reggie, and it's going to be almost picked off. Just underthrew that, gave the defensive player Jordan Byron a chance, and he almost came up with it.
Yeah, different corner that's been out here on Reggie Frischnick on this drive. It's been number 4 most of the drive, Alexander Bowler, and then they switched to this guy. Made a great play, did the defensive back.
So the Badgers on that catch by Reggie Frischnick pick up another Douglas Dentistry first down. Douglas Dentistry and Ephraim should be your first choice in dentistry and oral health. Call 435-258-9001. Donnie Smith under center. We haven't seen this formation a lot. A.J. Tillman, the deep man in the backfield. The handoff to A.J. A.J. never gets to the line of scrimmage.
Wow. Yeah, that was another great play. Same kid that I just called a minute ago. Big number 39 out there, Antonio Beckford. And really, if Donnie would have play faked that, if he would have faked that handoff and then rolled to outside, he would have gotten lit up because they were bringing a blitz from the outside as well. So that was probably the best result that Snow could have asked for right there.
3rd and 12. Badgers in the red zone. 2 tight end formation. A.J. Tillman, the deep man. Play action. Donnie. Crossing route to Reggie Frischnick. Incomplete, or did he? Yeah, incomplete.
Incomplete, and he held that. Donnie held that just a half second too long. If we see that replay, you'll see Reggie right when he makes his break was at the exact same time that Donnie Smith looks to pass, and he holds it for another second. Right, he should have threw it just a half second sooner than that, and Reggie had that step. But that allowed the defensive back to recover and knock that away.
That's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Badgers, again, do not bring out the field goal unit. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Play clock is down to 10. Badgers now getting into the formation. Down to 5. Reggie comes in motion. 2-1. Back to passes Donnie. Throws to the corner of the end zone and out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The Badgers on downs.
There was 4 Mustangs with Reggie that time. Like that was, I think that was maybe a 1-read pass. That's not Donnie's fault. I think that was because you heard over to the left of us, the offensive coaches yell, "Go to Reggie." 4 Mustangs ran over to him. I kind of wanted to see that because yeah, the half of the defenders almost out there in the defensive secondary ran over towards Reggie. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Kind of makes you wonder if the Mustangs heard.
Yeah.
So the Badgers turn it over on downs, trying to see who's coming out at quarterback, and it is Jaden Young once again. Jaden Young looking to the sidelines. We got a new running back in the backfield now, too. Jackson from Haladon, New Jersey. So Young at quarterback, Jaden Young. 1st and 10, high snap, play action, incomplete. Trying to see Jaden Young from Newark, New Jersey. Came from West Virginia Wesleyan College.
All right. I wish I could have said the Mountaineers or something. But I've never heard of West Virginia.
You don't know what their mascot is?
No, don't know that one.
Oh, okay.
You would have been impressed.
I would have.
I literally could have just made something up, and you would have been so impressed. Dang it.
Yep.
Next time.
I'll be ready for it next time. Handoff and maybe getting back to, nope, not even getting back to the line of scrimmage. Not much room there to run for Jackson. Jackson, the new running back out there. Badgers have made some substitutions defensively. We still got, you've got Mario Williams out there at linebacker, and you've got Antonio Abram. Abram had a really good game last week down in New Mexico. Caden, play action, throws it right into the hands of Saxton, and the Badgers end up with a pick six. Titan Saxton on the interception.
Wow, yeah, that was just right too. Titan Saxton just sat down in that zone, didn't move backwards at all, and the quarterback didn't look him off. Look at this, just sits in that zone, steps over in front of the pass, takes it back. Nice block out in front of him by Bereth. Oh, say his last name for me. Soponga? Sopoanga. I knew I was close. Gary is the expert of the names. I gave Gary a shout out yesterday in the Manti game with Tanner Wilkinson on Gary's pronunciation, especially of those Polynesian names. But yeah, good block out front. Titan Saxon gets 6.
The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. I got to credit Keith and Kaipo Uparesa for helping me with those Polynesian names when I first started doing the broadcast, 50 years ago, something like that, feels like it. Badgers with the pick six touchdown and now lead it 57-7. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a third location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Checking that Utah Heritage Credit Union scoreboard, Badgers now up 57-7 after the pick six by Titan Saxton. Credit him with the 20-yard touchdown return. And the Badgers to kick it off now. Casey Kiesler puts the foot into it. And this is going to be into the end zone and out of the back of the end zone. And the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So I guess you're getting ready for basketball now. The Templars ended their season yesterday.
Yeah, excited for the basketball season. You got Morgan and Richfield will get each other next week
for the 3A state championship.
The 3A championship down in Southern Utah University. Yeah.
Okay.
4A semifinals are set. Interesting little factoid: 2 of the 4 4A semifinalists, Crimson Cliffs and Skyview, were thoroughly beaten by Morgan this season. So
really?
Thoroughly. 41-13 against Crimson Cliffs and 34-0 against Skyview. Yeah, so that Morgan team, that's going to be a fun one. 2 undefeated teams, Richfield and Morgan next week. Yep.
Are you going to it?
No, I'll watch it. I'll turn it on Team Hive.
Monroe with the handoff and back to the line of scrimmage, and that is about all there. I was wondering if they were going to have you on the call.
I think that'll be, for sure, will be Rick Robinson on the color, Gary. And as far as the play-by-play, either Tanner or Robert, one of them, whoever Robert assigns, yeah.
Well, you called an extra game yesterday too, didn't you?
Did do an 8-man game against Rich and and I forget who they call Altamont. Jeez, Rich and Altamont. Yeah, Rich took it to Altamont in that game.
I have never watched an 8-man football game.
Kind of fun. Yeah, and I'm glad Utah High School has went to that. I'll let you call this play. Let's talk about it just a little bit more.
I would like to.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 from the 25. Monroe with the ball. Young, the quarterback, play action, rolls out, throws short, got a man out there. Pass is going to be caught, and a gain of about 5 up to the 30.
Headley Isnadin was the receiver, the big tight end. He was the Green Acres actor that you had mentioned.
Green Acres.
Place
to be?
Place to be.
Yeah, okay.
Do I know that and you don't, Gary?
That's pretty bad, isn't it? Gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs. Yeah, I want to know more about the 8-man game because
very interesting.
I haven't seen it. Isnadin moves from left to right. Young going to do a quick pitch, trying to get it to the outside, and that just gives the Badgers more time to come up and make the play. Coming up is Caden Miller on the tackle.
I like that these smaller high schools can play that 8-man game. It gets more teams being able to play. What I don't like is I don't think Utah needs 7 classifications. I think you should just make 1A 8-man, and then the 1A teams that don't want to play 8-man move up to 2A.
That's a good idea.
I don't think you need 7 classifications. 8-man has, I think, 8 or 9 teams in it total. Anyway. But I like that a team like, because you got Panguitch going to be adding football back. You got Milford that's dropping down to 8-man. Anyway, so
4th and 8, and the Mustangs getting set to punt. Titan Saxton back deep to receive for the Badgers, standing at his own 35-yard line. Monroe with late man coming on the field. And they're going to do a fake, and the pass is caught. And out to the 50, that's going to be enough for the first down and more, but I think it's going to come back.
Yeah, probably some sort of an illegal formation there.
And how about Cole Mickle rushed the punt and then turns around and runs downfield and makes the tackle, and I think he almost punched the ball loose.
Dude's got a motor, doesn't he?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, but it's going to be an illegal formation. That's one of the funnier little fake punts I've ever seen. Just a shot put pass. Yeah, probably not enough on the line of scrimmage.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And if we go back and look at it, I bet we can count it because I'm pretty sure they had at least 5 in the backfield. No, we don't quite see the formation.
Just that one guy coming off the line. Nobody manned up, tracked him for the Badgers and just shot put that thing over the top of the line to him.
And I think Cole did knock the ball loose.
Wow.
So it'll be 4th and 13. And the Mustangs set to punt. High snap. Kick is away. Short kick. And the defensive player comes up and makes the hit on Titan Saxton before he can make the catch.
Yeah, that'll be a kick-catch interference right there.
Titan just holds his hands out.
Player didn't even slow down.
No. It wasn't as violent as a hit as it could have been.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. And in all fairness to the defensive player covering that kick, Titan was coming up to make the catch, which closed the gap between the defensive player and the offensive player. But you still gotta give him some room.
Yeah, got to be able to catch that kick. So 6.5 left in this one. Are the Badgers going to be able to put another one on the board? Up 50 points?
I'm guessing yes.
All right. Still got the ones out there.
So the Badgers will start this one at the Monroe 39-yard line. Excellent field position this entire second half. Badgers had it at the Monroe 48, their own 48, the Monroe 29, their own 45, the Monroe 43, and the Monroe 39.
Wow.
The worst field position, their own 45-yard line.
Wow. Yeah. It's a recipe for success.
Hand off to Wilson. Wilson breaks a tackle, stays on his feet. He's inside the 20, down the sidelines, and this might come back as well. As we're starting to see a lot of flags here in the second half. Holding is going to be the call. That's going to nullify a huge game by Mount Wilson.
Yeah, Tyler Brumfield not happy about that one, saying things, not being a jerk out there or anything, but saying things to the officials. I just think he questions that.
And I did not look in time.
I wasn't looking at that replay quick enough. Yep.
Good job, Ira, on getting us the instant replay, but I was looking somewhere else. So 1st and 20 for the Badgers, back to the 49-yard line. Donnie Smith with Matt Wilson to his left. Hand off to Matt. Matt waiting for a hole, backs up, finds a small hole, turns it upfield and picks up maybe a yard.
Could have lost a few yards if he wouldn't have been patient there. Luckily was patient enough to be able to move not move the sticks, but move the line of scrimmage by a yard, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So it'll bring up 2nd and 19. Ball at the 48-yard line.
Going to go 2 backs this time. Looks like both Matt Wilson and A.G. Tillman out there.
You got Cash Kayo, the tight end, on the left side of the formation. Reggie wide left. Handoff is going to go to Wilson again. Trying to get to the corner. Not much there. Stops at the sidelines and tries to bring it back inside and gain some yardage, but he's going to lose 2. Back to the Badgers side of the 50.
Monroe not quitting.
No.
Yeah, they've this is against the ones for Snow College.
Aaron Harris, the redshirt sophomore for Monroe, able to string that out from his defensive end position, or tackle position, I should say. So 3rd down and 21. Donnie back to pass. Going to Reggie again, and this one is going to be picked off.
Wow.
And then Reggie becomes the defender, and that's going to be down to the 3-yard line.
Wow, excellent play. That was great defensive back play by Jordan Byron there. That's that corner that has switched over and taken on Reggie Frischnick, and he ran with Reggie and just stepped in front of that pass, and Reggie has to turn into a defender and tackle him down inside the 5-yard line. Did a good job there, but excellent defensive back play.
4 minutes and 26 seconds remaining here in this contest. Monroe will get the ball back again, as you mentioned, at their own 4-yard line. And the defense back out there for the Badgers. Badgers have brought in new linebackers, and it looks like pretty much a new defensive line. Shifting a little bit out there for the Badgers is Jaden Wright. Now on that right side. Young brings a man in motion for Monroe. And timeout is going to be signaled by the Mustangs. We'll take a timeout as well. With 4 minutes and 26 seconds remaining, Snow College leads it 57-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a 3rd location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3-meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, Sanpete Valley Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Mustangs with the ball inside their 5-yard line. Handoff is going to get out of the shadow of their end zone just a little bit. A pickup of maybe 3 out over the 5 to the 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
You know much about Sussex coming in next week, Gary?
Next to nothing.
Yeah. When I was looking at their record, I don't think they had a record last year. So did they not play last year?
I think they played in the lower division. They played Division 2.
Oh, okay. All right.
Under 4 minutes to go now. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Badgers shift defensively. Young turns around, play action, rolls out to the left, has room to run if he wants to. He does. He's out over the 10, the 15, steps out of bounds after picking up the first down.
Did a good job that time of faking that pass just one more time to get the defender downfield to stick with the receiver and allow a little bit of an opening lane for him to run for that first down.
That's going to make it 1st and 10 out over the 15-yard line, mark it at the 18. Young has come in at quarterback, replacing Rayton Oliver, who really gave a good performance, was under pressure almost all afternoon.
A gritty performance, at least.
Gritty.
Yeah,
That's a great word for it, a gritty performance.
Yeah.
Handoff and stretching that play out, a gain of maybe a yard or 2. Not sure where they're going to mark this yet. Maybe not even just 1 yard. That'll bring up 2nd and 9. Now they get the ball placed. Clock continues to run, under 3 minutes to go now. Play clock is down to 10 as Jaden Young sets up the offense here. And hands it off again, but that goes nowhere. Boy, who's that? Came right up the middle for the Badgers.
Yeah, that 23, they've told us the name of the number 23 out there, but we don't have it on our roster. You had Monacula in there as well.
Yeah,
but I'm
Monacula.
trying to get.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Monacula is the first one that came right up the middle.
Yeah.
And I think Monroe's going to let this run down to the 2-minute warning. We'll take the opportunity for the timeout as well. 2 minutes remaining in this contest. Badgers lead at 57-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
In the days of the mountain men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. This spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in San Pete County. They're Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm J.L. Larson.
And I'm Sarah Larson.
We're the owners and operators of Freedom Ford in Gunnison, Utah. We've been in business now for 38 years. Of those 38 years, we've done business with Utah Heritage Credit Union for over 20 of them. Even our kids have savings accounts there.
Utah Heritage is a great staple to San Pete County. Homegrown credit union here that has helped, I believe, thousands of families throughout the valleys.
High snap, Jaden Young is able to get a hold of it, but then that threw the timing off as he tried to get it to the running back, Jackson. It went onto the ground, and fortunately for Monroe, they were able to cover it up, but they're going to lose yardage and bring up 4th and long. That all started with the snap, just a little bit high. He's able to recover it, but that throws the timing off between the quarterback and the running back.
Yeah. Badgers going to move to 8-2 here.
You seem awfully confident.
I will give you whatever odds you want, Gary.
I I'm not even going to mention what you told me earlier because.
Yeah, please don't.
Okay.
Oh.
Fair catch signal for Titan Saxon, kind of bobbles it and then dives on it.
That's an athletic play. He wasn't even trying to dive on that. He just flipped over and grabbed it as he's flipping.
That was one of the most athletic plays I've seen.
Seriously, that's a minute left in the game and a 50-point game, but still kind of funny, kind of interesting play. Watch this. Touches it, flips over, falls on it. Good job, Titan. Titan had a pick 6 earlier in this game. He's done great things. One of the best defensive players all season for the Badgers.
Agreed. Badgers now in victory formation with 1:07 to go. They're just going to snap it and take a knee. So this is going to be your final score, 57-7. The Badgers with the victory. And one more time. And the Badgers, as you mentioned, will improve and have our last game of the year against Sussex Community College. That'll be next week, again at 12 o'clock noon. So students, if you're listening, you need to mark that on your calendar that it's a noon game, not 7. I'm wondering how many people will show up tonight.
Yeah.
And we haven't had an update since the 1-1 score at the soccer field. 1-1 in the second half, Snow and Western Arizona. That game might carry on a little bit longer than the matchup here. So we're going to take a timeout. I'm going to give you some time to think about player of the game. We've got the Little Caesars player of the game. For Fresh Pizza Fast, make a pit stop at Little Caesars in Nephi, Ephraim, and also in Gunnison. For Fresh Pizza Fast, from classic hot and ready to deep dish hula Hawaiian, make a pit stop at Little Caesars. And also the Sanpete Steel man of the game. Sanpete Steel, done right and on time. Sanpete Steel supporting Snow College's tradition of excellence. We'll be back with the post-game interview with head coach Zach Erickson and the picking of those player of the game awards, and we'll do that right after this.
Doesn't that sound relaxing? At Risk Managers, we want to help you always feel that relaxed. So when you hear this, or this, or this, you know that you're protected. Peace of mind insurance solutions for individuals and businesses, so that you can always sit back and enjoy your drink.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a third location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3-meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you here on the postgame show. Snow College Badgers with the 57-7 win over Monroe College. The Badgers led it at halftime. by a score of 26-0. They gave up a touchdown to Raiden Oliver on a 17-yard touchdown run, and then after that it was all Badgers once again. On pass, Donnie Smith to Patterson, Drew Patterson with a run, Keaton Rosequist with a 40-yard field goal, Donnie Smith to King, and then a pick six by Titan Saxton to kind of wrap things up for the Badgers scoring. You've taken a look at some of the stats, Greg. Anything that really jumps out at you?
Yeah, Donnie Smith, 302 total yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have the 1 interception, but 300 yards is a great game. It's a great game for him. Receiving, Reggie Frischnick had 4 catches for 81 yards. Shannon King, 6 catches, 122 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Great game for Shannon King. Deep threat. Had a couple of deep catches, long of 27. Great game for him. Defensively, Mario Williams and Titan Saxton lead the way with 6 tackles each.
And you mentioned the interception. So I'm looking at the defense stats. The Badger defense is able to hold Monroe to 9 yards rushing for that game. Outstanding performance there. And then they're able to pick up 146 yards on their own. So
yeah, good game by all 3 of those running backs. Matt Wilson didn't get as much time today, only had 15 yards, but 79 yards for A.J. Tillman and 53 for Drew Patterson.
Coach Zach Erickson coming over to grab the headset here, so we'll have him in just a moment. And when we finish with Coach Zach Erickson, we'll have the player of the game, and we'll have those things coming up in just a moment. But now joining us, head coach Zach Erickson. Coach, we could tell you were just a little bit miffed going into halftime with some of the performance there. But I don't know what you said, but the second half, we could tell that, and it looked really good.
Was it that obvious?
Well, I feel like we've built up a relationship, and I can kind of read between the lines just a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But the second half, great performance.
Yeah, like I said, I was not pleased with the way that first half ended, and so we had a very friendly conversation at halftime with the guys. And basically we just told them, say, guys, we got to play 60 minutes. Okay, we can't come out and do this kind of stuff again like we did last week. And they responded very well and very appreciative of that, of this team and what they're doing. And that was a much better way to finish the game than we did last week.
Special teams, again, I mean, we mentioned it at the beginning of the halftime that we felt like special teams had performed well. Then you come out, kick the onside kick, and get the ball back again. So a great performance there.
Yeah, like I said, special teams done a great job. And for them to be able to continue to show up week in and week out, that can change a game for you. And I'm very proud of the way that they're performing.
Keaton Rosequist, 40-yard field goal, and that could have been good from 45, maybe even more.
Yeah, he gets mad at me. We go for it a lot on 4th down when we get down there inside the 30. He wishes we would kick it more. And I think he's earned that right. You know, he's 100% in these last couple field goals. And maybe we'll put him out there a little more next week.
All right, Coach. Congratulations. Anything that you can tell us about Sussex in preparation for next week's game?
You know, they continue to get better. They're a team that's trying to build a program. And as they do that, they get more buy-in, and as they continue to show up each week and be able to play competitive games, you know, we're going to have to show up and play well. And so I'll see what they did Saturday I haven't seen yet, and then we'll get to the drawing board and make sure we have a good plan and hopefully come out and execute it and finish the regular season off with a win.
All right. Congratulations, Coach, on the 57-7 win. And we'll talk to you in the middle of the week for pregame for next week. Thanks, Coach.
Sounds good. Thanks, Gary.
All right. So congratulations to Coach Zach Erickson on that win, 57-7. So we've got some business to take care of here. Little Caesars player of the game. Little Caesars makes their dough fresh in-house every day, and they use 100% mozzarella and Munster cheeses. So our player of the game?
We're going to go Donnie Smith today. It was close between Donnie Smith and Shannon King. Shannon with those two big touchdown catches, but Donnie was throwing it to him. 3 touchdown passes for him, 302 yards. So Donnie gets our player of the game.
Made some good decisions. He did have the 1 interception, but made some good decisions on where to place the ball for the most part today and increase that percentage-wise that we talked about.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and our Steel Man coming up here, Sanpete Steel Man of the game. Sanpete Steel does things right. They do it on time. They've been a supporter of Snow College's tradition of excellence for many years. They're one of the major steel fabricators in the Intermountain West. Our Steel Man of the game?
We're going to go Keaton Rosequist, the kicker. He is now 60 of 62 on PATs for the year. Let me back that up. Snow College of 60 of 62. I'm not sure if he's kicked every single one of them, but I think he's kicked most of them. Anyway,
I think he has.
He made those 2 field goals today. He had a 23-yarder and a 40-yarder. So we're going to go a little bit different and give it to the kicker here. Keaton Rosequist for those couple of field goals. Steel Man of the game today.
All right, congratulations to Keaton Rosequist. Steel Man of the game, Donnie Smith, our player of the game. And thanks to the Snow TV crew out there under the direction of Ira Bowman, who make this broadcast possible. Thanks to Greg Sterner, who's joined me in the booth here today. And the Badgers come away with a big 57-7 win. I'm Gary Chedester. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Go Cougs.
You've been listening to live Snow College Badger sports action on KMCI, the sports leader in South Central Utah. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us again for Snow College Badger sports on KMCI.